Friends for life.
That was a heck of a Little League baseball game. That was fun.
They are fired up outside Pine Richland High School for today's matchup as we have superstar wide receiver Blue Smith, who just announced today he's going to Ohio State next year, and Philip Jerkovic, a verbal commit to Notre Dame, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. It's Wayne versus Pine Richland High School football next.
Look around and take it in. Your stadium, your field, your brothers. This is your home. Sweat, exhaustion, pain. This is your sacrifice. Hear the crowd. Feel the excitement. This is your passion. Joy, disappointment, triumph. This is your journey. This is your moment.
You're watching the 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff as part of the Summer of Next, presented by Geico. Today, just north of Pittsburgh in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, we have the Wayne Warriors and the Pine Richland Rams. Good to have you with us, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast in our final game of our high school coverage this weekend. Mike Corey and my good friend Reedy Ngolia, excited to be with you for another season. What were some of your experiences like back when you played in high school?
It's really where I learned the game, learned to play as a team, learned that team is family, those Friday night games. This brings back a lot of memories.
We spent some time yesterday with Philip Jerkovic, the quarterback for Pine Richland. So many attributes. Which ones stand out to you?
He's so impressive. 117 in the ESPN 300. The first thing that stands out is his size. 6'5", 220 pounds. High delivery, a rocket for an arm. But the more I watched him, boy, his athleticism really shows out. He can run the ball. He can extend plays with his feet, make those throws on the run. He's a multi-sport athlete, 36-inch vertical leap. And boy, Brian Kelly is really happy that he's committed to Notre Dame.
Only got to see him, though, for half a season last year as he missed the second half of the campaign with an injured thumb. Back at 100% right now. On the other side, Blue Smith, the verbal commit to Ohio State. A huge weight lifted from his shoulders with the announcement today. The leader in all categories last year. As we take a closer look of who's next in today's game, brought to you by Geico.
Well, Blue Smith, the one thing that stands out again is his size, 6'5", 210. He's a matchup nightmare for those smaller DBs. He's got excellent speed, great athleticism, can go up and high point it. But what really impresses me about Blue is his route running ability, great footwork, and boy, Urban Meyer, another very happy coach today, that Blue Smith is verbally committed to Ohio State.
What a tremendous individual, though, Reedy. Besides his football ability, very well spoken, just unbelievable when we talked to him yesterday.
He's one of the most impressive high school kids I've ever spoken with, and I let his parents know that today, that they should be very proud, really, really impressed with Blue Smith.
Lorenzo and Natasha, his parents, in attendance today for the announcement and to watch their son on the road. We have some headset issues as Wayne's coaching staff does not have their communication right now as they try to get that figured out.
Seems to always happen with the away team, right?
Right. And you know what? There's Coach Jay Minton. I talked to him earlier. We had the same situation happen to us. Fire alarm in the hotel early this morning. He had one at 4 a.m. and I thought they were staying in our hotel.
Well,
they were not.
Ours was about 4:45, so if I'm a little cranky on air today, you got to cut us a little slack.
We are underway. This is Kenny White on the return for Pine Richland, and he gets close to the 40-yard line. A gain of 37 on the opening return today. Phil Jerkovic, the senior, born and raised in the small community here in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, number 15 for the Rams.
You know, another impressive young man. I just talked about all his attributes in the open, but he's a leader, a born leader. And boy, Mike, we watched him in warm-ups, and we watched him yesterday in their walkthrough. Boy, does he have a rocket for an arm.
I was able to catch some passes from him.
You did.
First play is a pass, and he's got Raymond Falcone on the screen, and a first down into Wayne territory. On the first play today, Jack Morgan Elliott on the tackle for Wayne. Gain of 14.
And you like the play call from offensive coordinator Ryan Laymeyer. Quick tunnel screen to Falcone, the #1 receiver. The linemen get out, and they're up and going quick.
Both teams will move fast today. Second pass complete to Ben Yoakum.
Pass complete to number 20, Ben Yoakum. 6-yard gain by the Rams. Second down and 4.
Second down and 4, and our first carry today to White, and he has the first down. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups presented by Nike. You know about Jurkovec and Raymond Falcone, who caught the first pass here today. That's Kenny White, who's a transfer from West Allegheny High School, a guy, Reedy, that ran for over 1,500 yards throughout his career.
Well, and you see his explosiveness on that last run. He'll be a big contributor today.
Pressure on Jurkovec. A flag is thrown, and the pass is incomplete. Devontae McKee.
Yeah, and you're going to get a holding call on this. Grant Lemeron, the left tackle, as the official Mark
Holding
saw it.
on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
And you're going to see Lemeron, the left tackle, right here. Clearly hold as I cleared the screen for you. You saw that left arm in there, hook him, and then he gives a little bear hug just to make sure he's not going to sack his quarterback. Good rush there by Brody Lundeen for Wayne.
So backed up, first down and 24 for Pine Richland from the 47. Keeper Jurkovec, and he can do this as well. And I think they want to try to limit how much that's going to happen this year, though, right?
Yeah, well, that's zone read, okay? So Jurkovec could give it to the running back. He's reading the down lineman. Sometimes it's a walk-up linebacker. He pulls it out of the belly, gets around, and you see his athleticism and speed with that 6'5", 220-pound frame.
Got the penalty yards back at a 14-yard run. Second down, Jurkovec under pressure. And they'll blow it dead. He's going to be sacked. That's Alex Riegelsberger, the senior defensive end, the leader on the Wayne defense.
That's Division I versus Division I. Alex Riegelsberger has already committed to Kentucky going to the play in the SEC. You see a little bull rush from him right up the middle. The offensive line for Pine Richland can't handle him. He's actually being held as well. Breaks through it and gets to Jurkovec for the sack.
Third down and 20. Better protection. Jurkovec airs it out, and just over the outstretched arms of Cameron Belay. Could have been 6.
And that time Wayne sent a blitz on third down. You see the footwork of Jurkovec as he slides to the left. Shows you his arm strength. He had Belay there on the post route, and it was almost a big-time reception.
It was good protection as Jordan Crawford, their running back there, gave Jurkovec some time just to get rid of that ball. And they'll quick kick it on fourth down and into the end zone. We'll step aside. 10-12 to play first quarter. Jay Minton and the Wayne Warriors on offense for the first time today when we return.
You know, Geico just saved me hundreds of dollars on my car insurance.
Huh. I should take a closer look at Geico.
Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and fast and friendly claim service.
Speaking of service. Ooh, just out.
It was in.
Out.
In.
Out.
In.
What about now?
That was our only shuttlecock.
Take a closer look at Geico. Great savings and a whole lot more.
Who you with? I'm rolling with the Steel City.
I'm with the Wagons.
The Star. The Dirty Birds.
I'm with the new crew on the block.
I'm with the Curtain.
I'm with them boys.
I'm chilling with those who like the code.
I'm with the Black and Yellow.
I'm with the Powder Blue.
I'm with the 8.
I'm with the Doomsday.
The 6.
The Shout. I'm with the Bows. Tell me one thing. Who you with?
Going into battle without the best team? Bad fantasy. Drafting your team from anywhere? Good fantasy. Sign up now at ESPN.com/goodfantasy.
Mike Corey here alongside the Wayne Warriors senior standout wide receiver Blue Smith, along with his parents Lorenzo and Natasha. It's time for the big announcement. Blue is going to tell us where he's headed to college next year. Blue, where's it going to be?
Next year, I will be attending the Ohio State University. Oh, wait. Go Bucks.
That was fun to be a part of that, Rainey. He's joining the long list of what are outstanding wide receivers who go to Ohio State.
Sure is, and a few hearts broken in Cincinnati and Kentucky, but Ohio State sure is happy. And you see what a recruiting class they have there, Mike. And Urban Meyer very happy to get Blue Smith, keep him home in Ohio.
You hear Blue Smith. His full name is LaChristian, but has been nicknamed Blue Smith, and that goes way back. I'll tell you that in a moment. First carry of the game, not much, just a yard. Tyler King on the tackle on Justin Williams. Blue Smith was born with jaundice, a common skin condition for babies. He was put under a blue light, and it stained his skin, his entire back, up until he was about 5 years old, Reedy, and hence the nickname Blue.
And completely goes by Blue. Everyone calls him Blue, and no one calls him LaChristian.
First pass of the day, incomplete by Rashad McKee, who is our junior quarterback today for the Wayne Warriors, a guy that got the starting job last year as a sophomore and has matured greatly now in his junior campaign.
And that's the biggest thing. He was kind of thrown to the wolves last year as a sophomore, bright-eyed, but he got some really good experience. And this year as a junior, he just feels more comfortable. He's now a leader of this team.
3rd down and 9 for Wayne on their opening offensive series. McKee gets stuck at the 28-yard line. It's going to be shy of the first thanks to Tyler King. Puts a big hit on the junior linebacker, number 8.
Yeah, watch Tyler King. He's one of these under-the-radar guys. He's getting looked at from some schools, but this is a big year for the junior. Watch him come up. He drops back into his pass coverage, recognize that Rashad McKee turned into a runner, and he closes on the football and makes a great form tackle. Exactly what you want to do from that linebacker position.
Tyler King told us yesterday that last year they were in this game on ESPN, and he wiped out a couple of times. He said, I hope I'm not going to be on the not top 10, and we didn't have him on there. And he was thankful for that. .47-yard kick, and Pine Richland back on offense. And the head coach for Pine Richland, Eric Kasparovich, we talked to a lot this past week, and the guy who in each of his first 4 seasons, Reedy, has taken this team to the playoffs in really the toughest conference in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and he was coaching the offensive side of the ball as head coach. This year, something new. He's running the defense, and an intense coach, very good coach. Played at Pitt, is a Pittsburgh guy, and an excellent head coach.
Incomplete pass by Jurkovic. Kasparovich, his mother Cindy and father Mark, who's on the staff here, and a guy that is a big believer in his team playing multiple sports, allowing them to use their athleticism, be successful throughout their careers.
And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Too many kids play just one sport. Love those multi-sport athletes.
Toss goes out to Kenny White. And he's going to be close to the first down. That's a huge addition for Pine Richland. The guy transferred from West Allegheny High School.
You know, that's just a speed option left, Mike. Good utilization of the pitch by Jurkovic with the left hand. You see the balance of Kenny White. Watch him use a stiff arm, break a tackle, good blocking on the perimeter, but shows you his quickness to get outside. Ball's in that proper hand, that outside hand, gets up and almost picks up the first down.
3rd and short, and White will have it. He's getting offers from Buffalo, Eastern Kentucky, Iowa State, Kent State.
And as a former running back, I like the smarts right there of Kenny White. He gets that handoff. He knows it's 3rd and 1. Squares those shoulders, runs downhill, and picks it up.
Jurkovec making everyone miss, and down the sideline. Philip Jurkovec, the QB, touchdown. "64 yards for the touchdown" to get the home fans pumped up.
We talked about his athleticism. I'm going to tell you something, Mike. That is a man stiff arm right there. Demetrius Ross comes up from that safety position, thinks he's going to make a tackle for a 1-yard gain, and Jurkovec puts that big left arm out, stiff arm, down the sideline with his speed, and that's 6 for Pine Richland.
Philip Jurkovec, the verbal commit to Notre Dame, showing off his skills here early at Pine Richland High School. 7-0 Rams.
Why is their unlimited data so expensive?
See it all the time.
Who do these guys think they are? Ah!
So, you're ready to switch.
Switch.
For the family.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines for only $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same price. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 4 free phones.
Now we all have unlimited data.
Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Most people only buy cars a few times in their lifetime, right? When you come to Deal, you'll understand that we aren't the norm. We're there for you in service. We're there for you if you have a fender bender. We're there for you to get your OEM parts, or you need a ride, or we'll schedule your service appointments. Whatever the circumstance is, we're there to make it happen for you. During the Deal summer clearance event, we're here for you.
You know, the myth is, Joe, that anybody can handle an automobile accident case. Nothing could be farther from the truth. We have received Martindale-Hubbell's highest rating for legal ability and ethics. That's certainly something that I'm proud of. When we tell our clients, you can count on us to get those medical expenses reimbursed. You can count on us to get your wage loss reimbursed. We have to keep that promise. At LGKG, we've been keeping promises for over 80 years.
At LGKG, you can count on us to keep our promises.
The 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And Nike. Who you with?
64-yard run for the touchdown by that man, Philip Jurkovec, the quarterback for Pine Richland, a very humble and quiet individual. He's got 5 brothers and sisters. How do you remain quiet with all that?
Well, you don't. You know, you got to make sure you get to the dinner table, right? You know, the thing I was going to say about Phil Jurkovec, Mike, he's 117 in the ESPN 300 as a pocket passing quarterback. Looks pretty good dual threat to me as well.
I would say so. Justin Harris on the return for Wayne. Just across the 20 where he's met. And the Wayne Warriors back on offense. Jurkovec has a 10-month-old sister, Leah. 3-year-old brother, Matthias. Poor guy broke his leg right at his bike. 3 years old. He's got a cast all the way up to his hip.
Phil said he's impressed that he could ride a bike at 3 because none of them could.
Has a brother, Tommy, who's a linebacker at Duquesne. Sebastian, who's an 8th grader, unfortunately has an enlarged aorta, so he can't play contact sports. Just amazing the family that he has.
Well, his sister Anna, too,
right,
is a standout volleyball and basketball recruit. May play one or both in college. Pretty impressive family.
McKee hands off for Zarek Brown. That is going nowhere. Brown's one of the fastest players in the state of Ohio. Everybody's talked about him, but we mentioned and said, this guy right here, fastest one out there.
Yeah, and Wayne needs to get their running game going. Coach Jay Minton told us he knows how explosive Pine Richland is on offense. Although they know huddle, they will take their time to try to run this clock and keep the ball out of the hands of Phil Dracovic if they can by getting first downs and grinding it out.
Second down pass, and off the hands of his intended target. That was Blue Smith, and a flag is thrown.
And that's Kenny White, who's in man-to-man coverage there. He's got a little chip on his shoulder going against Blue Smith today.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
We'll take a look at it here, Mike. As Blue Smith, just a little out route, comes in, and that's what they get the late hit there on Ben Yoakum coming in, and obviously player safety is paramount. You know, excellent play by Kenny White in man-to-man there to break it up, and you know, you can't fault Ben Yoakum. He's coming to help, assuming that Blue Smith's going to make that catch, and just got there a tad bit late. Nothing dirty there, just a tad bit late.
So the ball is brought up to the 36, first down and 10. 4 wide. And it's out to Austin Mullins, who makes the catch. Wrestled down after a gain of 7 by Jordan Crawford.
And Mullins is only a freshman, Mike, 5'6", 165 pounds. They're really high on him at Wayne. A little scat back that can do all kinds of things. Great quickness, a little stick route there as McKee puts it on him and gets it to about 2nd and 4 here, 2nd and 3.
Also a very talented freshman running back, too, and Boogie Walker that we may see later as well, number 14. It's Trace Kennel this time. 4-yard gain. His brother is Michigan player and Wayne alumnus Tyreek Kennel.
They played in all 13 games for Michigan last year at safety, so pretty good genes in that family.
First and 10 from the 48. And McKee and the keeper and gets into Pine Richland territory, picks up 5. Tyler King and Anthony Sermonara in the combination tackle for Pine Richland.
And that's a key for Wayne, I think, in this game, is staying ahead of the chains. And what I mean by that is positive yards on first down. As we get a stoppage, McKee's helmet came off. It did not come off because of a penalty. Therefore, he must leave the game for 1 play.
So they're going to bring in Cam Fancher, who is a true freshman at quarterback, his backup.
Yeah, and the one thing I'll tell Rashad, button those chin straps, because these guys are here to hit today. You don't want that helmet coming off because that hurts your team. Nice pickup on first down, but now your backup has to come off the bench here cold. And watch this center quarterback exchange here out of the shotgun.
Second down handoff once again for Kennel. And he's going to be close to the first, but just shy, as McKee will come back in now.
It's important that Wayne up front, that offensive line, tries to establish some dominance up there, try to move Pine Richland off, get that running game going. Nice job so far. A big 3rd and 1 here.
Big 3rd and 1 to keep the drive alive. And they will do it. It's Kennel again. He has the first to the 40-yard line. Rashad McKee, as we said last year, played as a sophomore. And at 6'2", 190, he said, I guess the only downfall a little bit right now, his height. You know, how much does that affect him moving on, Reedy?
Well, you know, unfortunately, that's what the colleges are telling him. But you know what it does? It puts a little chip on his shoulder. He told me that. And again, only a junior. He's still going to grow a little bit. Big year for him.
Good time in the pocket. And McKee, that may draw a flag, and it does. Late hit by Kenny White as McKee went flying into the Pine Richland sideline.
Yeah, an easy call for the officials. Kenny White, number 1, He has to pull up there. He cannot do that. I know he's pumped up for this game, hyped up, but, you know, it's going to be a 3-yard game. Now you give him 15 and a first down.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul. On the defense, it's a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
And, you know, these kids are excited. It's ESPN. You're going to see number 1, Kenny White. Right, just pull up right there. Instead, he lowers that shoulder, clearly out of bounds. An easy call for the officials. But, you know, talking to Rashad McKee, one of the things he said he worked on in the offseason was his speed. He didn't think he was quick enough, did a lot of track work, and he said he thinks he got a step quicker, which is big for him.
His grandfather and his father both played basketball at Ohio University. He's looking at that along with Eastern Michigan, Western Kentucky, getting some looks as a junior at quarterback. Enough here again to Kittle. It's a 6th straight run. The ball is loose. It's a fumble picked up inbounds by Luke Meckler for Pine Richland. Another flag is thrown.
And I think it was Ben Yoakum, the safety, number 20, that came up and ripped that ball out. As the officials talk it over to see what this call is. I think it's after the change of possession, so we will get the call, though, here in a second as they talk.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul. And the defense, 15-yard penalty. First down, Pine Richland.
A lot of personal fouls already
we
in this
also have
first
dead
quarter.
ball, sideline warning on Pine Richland.
And the official said defense. He meant Wayne as offense. Turned into defense. Watch Yoakum. He's the one that rips it out. And as you said, Mike, Meckler picks it up. Good job. He kept that left foot in bounds, controlled the fumble, getting possession. They keep the ball.
That was close.
And not only Yoakum, Kenny White, who had that penalty, and you get a great look there, great camera work as you see him get that left foot down, possess the ball, get that fumble back. But Kenny White flew up there again and actually, I think, caused the fumble as Yoakum, number 20, held up the running back.
So Meckler on the recovery. Pine Richland leads at 7-0. Thanks to a big 64-yard run by the quarterback, Phil Dracovic. Now he wants to go deep. Has a man caught by Raymond Falcone. What a grab. His top target inside the 25.
Yeah, Falcone, verbal to Lehigh. 3.7 GPA, wants to be an engineer. Their top wide receiver. Make a lot of catches for Phil Dracovic.
That's a 41-yard reception. And Dracovic guns it. Flag down. Catch made by Jason DeFrancis.
And we're seeing a lot of flags early, which isn't unusual, Mike. First game of the year. We're still in August. A little sloppiness.
Ineligible downfield. On the offense, it's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
You know, as a lineman, you can't get more than 3 yards in. But let's watch the throw before. Look at the pocket presence of Dracovic. He knows there's no safety in the middle of the field. No one to come over the top. Falcone runs a post pattern, and Dracovic puts it where only his receiver is going to go make that catch. Nice recognition. Nice throw.
Here's a scouting report on Phil Dracovic, who's verbal to Notre Dame for next year.
Nice high release for that 6'5" frame.
And the screen, Falcone, not much doing this time. And Falcone, who's played with Dracovic for a good 6 or 7 years now, growing up through the ranks, so you know they're both on the same page.
Well, you know, and Dracovic, and we talked about this in our meetings, he could have played varsity as a freshman, but Coach Kasparovich left them back as a freshman because they had quarterback Danucci, who's fighting for a job at Pitt this year, so that really helped them as a family team atmosphere, keeping Dracovic with freshman football.
Dracovic said he learned a lot from Ben Danucci. As this goes out to Kenny White. We were joking the other day, what Danucci says, no, don't come to Pitt. You know, he battles for a starting job
I asked
there.
him, I said, do you still talk to Ben a lot? He goes, all the time. I'm close with him. I said, I'm sure he told you, but don't come to Pitt.
Right.
Notre Dame's fine, as Ben is fighting for a starting job there with the Pitt Panthers this year.
Third down and 14 from the Rams.
Third down and 14 now for Pine Richland. Good protection. Dracovic for the end zone. Falcone caught touchdown, flag thrown, and Raymond Falcone in the back of the end zone. What a grab.
I mean, unbelievable arm strength by Phil Dracovic. Again, extends the play with his feet and throws a strike to Falcone.
Touchdown is good. We read a defensive pass interference. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
28 yards for the touchdown.
I mean, and if you're Wayne, you're shaking your head because you get a good rush on Dracovic. You force him outside the pocket, but he's got good protection, extends the play with his feet, and just throws an absolute strike to Falcone, who makes a nice high point catch in the back of the end zone. And just like that, the Rams have struck twice now.
Vittorio Orsini's extra point is good, and Philip Dracovic has now run for a touchdown and thrown a touchdown here to start for the Pine Richland Rams on top 14-zip here at home.
Football will start in the summer.
How's that for a flyover stand? Show us them muscles, baby!
Did somebody say muscle? Hey, what's up? Super Kyle here, taking a handoff.
Let's get it.
Come on, man.
When only the best will do, TEMPUR-PEDIC delivers. Tempur material provides up to twice as much pressure-relieving power, so you wake up feeling like a champion. Through September 17th, save up to $500 on select adjustable sets. Tempur-PEDIC sleep is power.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
You guys are ready? Oh, you guys are ready?
Ticket, please.
Of course, I got it right here.
There's nothing there.
It's loading. It takes a little bit. Just give me like a minute, guys.
Here's what you get. It's starting. Mine works.
Bob realized he needed unlimited 4G LTE data, so he switched to Metro PCS to get the best unlimited deal in wireless. 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for only $75, period. Plus 2 free 32-gig phones. Enjoy the best unlimited deal in wireless on a reliable 4G LTE network. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
But it's nothing like high school football, bro. Just the Friday nights and just how special it was and how cool it was. Just being out there every Friday night with all your best friends. Every night's a night game. I love night games.
It's not just you
There was
and
a
the
dead
team.
ball foul.
It's an entire community.
You really got to become a man in high school to be ready for college.
What a kickoff weekend we've had here, Randy, and this is what you're going to see throughout the season leading up to National Signing Day in early February.
Look, these kids are the future of college football. I love coming out here watching these games. Some phenomenal football and, like I said, the future of college.
How about on Friday night? Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas. Now 54 straight wins for them heading back to 2013. 3-time reigning national champs.
Yeah, pretty good, right? One Sanchez brother hands it off to the other.
That's right.
And they just keep rolling.
And here today, Pine Richland High School, just north of Pittsburgh. We're in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, as they take on the Wayne Warriors. 4.5 hours away from here as Justin Harris gets free on the outside. Harris knocked out of bounds. Big time return by Harris, and that's what they needed.
You're right, Mike. They needed that. They needed that spark. Harris does a nice job. A great kick to that deep corner, but they got to return right. He sets up his blocks, and then he takes off. Good acceleration here, getting it back to just about midfield. So now it's imperative that Wayne does something with that nice return by Harris and put some points on the board to answer Pine Richland.
One of the hardest hitters on the team has offers from Cincinnati and Kentucky, just a junior at cornerback on defense, and we see his special teams ability for head coach Jay Minton.
Yeah, I was going to say you love those DBs that can help you returning the ball, and Harris definitely does that.
McKee hands off for Blue Smith, and they want to get the ball in his hands, right? I mean, he's only had one pass his way It's a way to get him involved.
You have to create touches for an athlete like Blue Smith. So there you see a jet sweep there. Eventually, there'll be some 50-50 balls if they're going to go man coverage without safety help over the top. Rashad McKee needs to put it up, and his big receiver needs to go up and get it.
5 wide as they empty the backfield on 2nd and 6. McKee gets away from the first man, not the second. What do you think here for 3rd down? How do you get Blue Smith involved in the passing game?
I'm watching, Mike. They're giving him a pretty big cushion now. Coach Kasparovich will change up his defenses, but boy, there's no safety over the top. There's just a corner over him. Give him about a 10-yard cushion. Now, the linebacker's going to sprint out there, but again, if you can get the ball in his hands in space, hey, give it to your athlete and see if you can make a play.
Timeout, Pine Richland. 2:36 to play first quarter.
Timeout.
Yeah, and that time Blue Smith came inside the slot. Kasparovich didn't like that. He's going to take a timeout.
$14-0 Pine Richland, as we remind you, coming out this Thursday, number 2 Ohio State and Indiana kick off their seasons on ESPN. College football megacast. We have it for you on ESPNU, News, ESPN3, all the alternate productions to bring you the game in the biggest way. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's also available on the ESPN app.
Yeah, game day will be there. You know, everyone knows Urban Meyer, but Tom Allen, the head coach of Indiana, has got that program going in the right direction.
Yeah, we've worked with him a couple of times over the years. And how about Kevin Wilson, who was the head coach at Indiana, now is the offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Going back to his old school.
Blue Smith pregame showing off some of his skills for the Wayne Warriors after making the announcement on the verbal commit to Ohio State.
And one guess who he's copying with that catch, Mr. Odell Beckham. Every kid does that now, but it just shows you his athleticism just to get up there, that big hand, and make that catch.
Told us his favorite receivers, Jerry Rice and Julio Jones. 3rd and 6, McKee. Sideline route, sails it past Stephen Victoria, his intended target.
In that time, Pine Richland sends some pressure at McKee. Does a nice job with the half roll to his left, but what Rashad McKee has to do there, Mike, he has to set his feet and throw that ball on target, and they would pick up that first down. Just didn't really set his feet. That ball sailed on him a little bit.
Blue Smith, rated the 6th best prospect in Ohio, as they look to go for it here on 4th down. Can they get it to him?
Yeah, big play early in this game here.
4th and 6. Play clock. And did they get it off? Timeout instead.
Timeout. Wayne, their first timeout of the first half.
Timeout, Wayne Warriors.
So Jay Minton and his group on a 4th down and 6. Guy who was the former head coach at Boca Raton High School in Florida. Came here to Wayne, Rainey, and he replaced a guy in Mike Schneider, who was here for 17 years. And Coach told us, he said, I said to the staff, you don't have to worry about me being there that long. And he's been here for 20 years.
Yeah, and then you wake up one day and you're here 20 years, and what an experienced staff. 4 coaches on that staff with more than 20 years experience. 2, Mike, with over 40 years experience. Unbelievable.
That is unreal how long those guys have been there. And we talked to the players about it, and they keep up with it. You would think with all the new technology and all the things today, and Coach Minton says you have to adapt. You got to be able to relate, and they have. Defensive coordinator Patrick Wood has been on the staff for 40 years. Mike Gehringer, 49. Good continuity. Here's Blue Smith on the catch. And he gets inside the 30 for a first down to keep the drive alive.
Boy, and that's a gutsy call early in this game on 4th down. Rashad McKee steps up in the pocket that time, puts it on his big receiver, Blue Smith, on a slant pattern, and a much-needed first down to keep this drive alive.
Smith takes a breather. First down carry for Wayne, and it goes to Justin Williams. For the first time today, Anthony Seminara on the tackle, gain of 6.
And Justin's dad, Mike Williams, is the offensive line coach, and you saw Justin there kind of rumbling there like a power back. Little shaken up on the play.
And Williams hobbling off now, a guy who had a back injury and a back issue last year. Doesn't want to see anything like this, obviously, now.
Yeah, nice 6-yard run on first down. Hopefully the training staff can get him back in the game. But imperative, Mike, down 14-0 early. Wayne's got some nice momentum here, though. Imperative, though, they put points on the board, preferably a touchdown.
Huge contingent of Wayne fans we just saw on the far sideline, taking up the entire stands over there. Yeah, look at that. What a day today, too, right? Mid-70s, sunshine.
Chamber of Commerce.
Second down. McKee hands it off. He got decked. And Tyler King's able to get in there on the tackle for Pine Richland.
And that was a little zone read by Wayne right there. Looked like McKee wanted to rip it out. His running back kept it, but he met Tyler King at the line of scrimmage.
That was Boogie Walker for the first time. There is the true freshman. Full name is Bryce. They call him Boogie.
Well, you know, when you're a freshman, that quarterback sticks the ball in your belly. You're grabbing it because you want to run with it.
Coming up on a minute to play in the first. Third and 4, and this is Zarek Brown, and he's got the first down. Cameron Belay on the stop. That's a fresh set of downs for Wayne inside the red zone.
Yeah, impressive run by Zarek Brown there. 5'11", 180-pound junior. I love how he squared those shoulders up, running downhill to pick up that first down.
Seen 4 different running backs here today. As you look at Blue Smith on the outside, the verbal commit to Ohio State was made earlier today. McKee. It's upended by Jordan Crawford, but does pick up 6.
Yeah, and that's a called sweep to McKee. And what that does is that gives you an extra blocker in the formation. Zarek Brown, 25, sealed the end, which allowed his quarterback to turn that corner for the pickup.
Ten seconds left. And they want to try to get a playoff here before the end of the first. But it's not going to happen. First quarter in the books here today from Pine Richland High School. The Rams lead it 14-0. Back with more in the start of the second quarter from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania on ESPN after this.
Sailing away on the crest of a wave, it's like magic. All rolling and riding and sleeping and sliding, it's magic.
Introducing the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan, the new king of the concrete jungle.
Arby's turkey sandwich has a new ingredient. It isn't avocado. Arby's, we have the meats.
That's former All-Pro linebacker Clay Matthews Jr., also known as Dad. We Matthews know a thing or two about football. With PlayStation Vue, they can watch live football on up to 5 devices at the same time.
Nice.
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 Nice!
Nice.
Great.
Stay connected with football all season long, no matter where you are.
Watch live football with PlayStation Vue. Start your free trial today.
PlayStation. What's going on here? I'm babysitting. That'll be $50.
You said $30.
Yeah, well, it was $30 before my fees, like the dog sitting fee and the rummage through your closet fee.
Who is she, Verizon?
Are those my heels? Yeah. Yeah, we're the same size. And shoes.
With T-Mobile, taxes and fees are already included, so you get 4 lines of unlimited for just $40 each. And now, get 0 down on the hottest smartphone brands like Samsung Galaxy. More reasons why T-Mobile is America's best unlimited network.
Hey, buddy. Looking good. You know what we gotta do, right? Let's go. Come on.
Not.
You're a good driver.
But that's
Get
not.
in the car.
No.
I don't think I should do this. Just get in the car! No.
Get incredible deals on the latest flooring trends at Lumber Liquidators Fall Flooring Kickoff Sale. All pre-finished hardwood and all bamboo is on sale. Get up to 45% off wood look waterproof floors. More from 49 cents. Plus special financing. The Fall Flooring Kickoff Sale is going on now at Lumber Liquidators.
You're watching the 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff as part of the Summer of Next, presented by Geico. Mike Corey and former UMass All-American and NFL running back Rini Ngolia with you today from Pine Richland High School. How about the Rams on top 14-0 as we get set for the second quarter?
Yeah, pretty impressed with Phil Dracovic early in this game, Mike.
Quarterback, verbal commit to Notre Dame. But right now it's Rashawn McKee, the junior QB, number 7 in white for the Wayne Warriors as they attempt to put points on the board. It's 2nd down and 4. Fumbling the snap, and McKee gets back on top of it.
And all that is, you know, it's going to be a zone read out of the shotgun, and McKee just takes his eye off the ball. He's looking at that outside linebacker, wants to see what he's going to do, and just Cardinal sin, you got to catch the ball first. Watch it in.
Huge play here on 3rd down and 9. First down marker is at the 2. McKee gets rid of it. It's got a wide open man, and it is a catch and a fumble by Austin Mullins, and it's recovered by Pine Richland.
I mean, a great job by McKee extending this play, gets it to his receiver, Austin Mullins, makes a nice move. You think he's going to score, but just doesn't secure the ball, makes the catch, comes across, and I believe it was number 3, Jordan Crawford, punched it out, and Luke Meckler's there for the return, and boy, that's just a back-breaking play for Wayne. Looks like you're going to at least pick the first down up and be 1st and goal, maybe even score. Instead, the fumble, and Pine Richland will take over.
Ben Yoakum is down. They attend to him, but how about Luke Meckler, who has 2 fumble recoveries already in this contest?
Impressed with these defensive backs for Pine Richland. They are flying all over the field, sticking their nose in there and ripping balls out today.
How about a nice stand for Ben Yoakum?
And Ben Yoakum, we talked to his father a lot this past week, Todd, who has a PhD in robotics from Carnegie Mellon here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's not smart, is he?
Not too much, yeah. But he was great. Talked to him and said his son is a guy who does a little bit of everything. A guy you need to have on a team if you want to be successful.
Everything he does good. He does well, does all those little things, and he's a leader out there.
And another one that we talked to who has a very interesting story and it's just so impressive and an inspiration, Jimmy Fadul, a senior defensive tackle. Here he joins us now. Jimmy,
hey.
Less than 2 years ago, thanks for joining us. You were in Syria.
Thank you.
How things have changed. How did that all come about? How did you get over here to the United States? You didn't speak any English. You do now, of course. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Actually, I came last year, 2 weeks before the Thanksgiving, and I came because of my cousin, Brandon Saad, who plays in the NHL Blackhawks. And actually, he been working on our papers from 2010 to make it to the USA, and he finished it, and then we made it in 2015. We came here.
Jimmy, you're so impressive. We talked to you yesterday. You didn't know any English when you came over here. Tell the viewers, how hard was it to learn English? And boy, you sound great right now.
Thank you. It was actually really hard because you can't communicate with anyone without the language. So, but I worked hard on it. Like, my cousins helped me out a lot, my family, my friends from school. Plus, when I joined the football team, like, it helped me a lot to be, like, talkative and talk to everyone and don't be shy anymore, you know, like, and the accent and this stuff. Everything changed, actually, after I joined the football team, so this is great.
Jimmy, 24 family members came over here, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you say to the people in this country about some of the things that you had to go through over there and how different it is?
Actually, it's really like a big difference because like the schools are different, the like rules, everything, like the government, everything is different actually. Yeah, and the people are different. I mean, the food is different. Everything is different. You know, we don't have football there. We don't have that big schools. We don't have anything like that. So
well, that's what I want to ask you, Jimmy. Now, what is your favorite thing in America now since you've lived here a couple of years?
My favorite thing actually is like the schools, the jobs, like the rules, like everything. Actually, I love America. It's my second country now, so it's just good.
Jimmy, how about your relationship with Brandon Saad? You mentioned the Blackhawks players, won a couple of Stanley Cups.
Yep.
And he was the one that introduced you to football, right?
He did, yeah. So it was great, yeah.
How often do you see him? Do you talk to him often?
Actually, we see him every summer. Like, he comes from hockey and he just have fun with us every summer. And then he backs to the, like, whenever the season starts, he go back and he plays on this. Which is great. So.
Now, Brandon, now you came over here and you don't play hockey. What drew you to football? I mean, you love this game, don't you?
I do, yeah. Like, I was watching a game with Brandon, football game, and he actually, like, told me the rules and this, and I loved it. I mean, I used to play soccer, but now I'm big enough to play football, so that's why I joined football.
Could you believe in this short amount of time how your life has changed? You told us that you wanted to go to medical school now. You want to become a dentist.
Yeah, I do, yeah. That's right. I mean, it's crazy. Like, in 1 year, everything changed. It's amazing.
Jimmy, it's been great to talk to you this week. Your story's an inspiration. All the best to you moving forward. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Jimmy, you're so impressive, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Jimmy Fadul, the senior defensive tackle for Pine Richland. What a story, Rini. You think about all that's said sometimes around here in this country, and then you hear a story like this. We got it pretty good.
Well, you see what his family had to go through, right? And he comes over here. He's got a new start. You know, he doesn't, he adapts the culture right away. He loves American football. He talks about the food. And guess what? He learned the language right away. And that's a testament to him and his family. And he loves it here, wants to be a dentist. And I would not bet against him. He will be a dentist. I told him I'll look him up in a couple of years, too. Probably go to him.
Amazing. Wayne on offense. And the give to Zarek Brown, who gets the outside with solid blocking and into Pine Richland territory to the 42.
Zarek Brown, the fastest member of the Wayne Warriors. He's a 10-8, 100-meter guy. And, boy, they need to get him going a little bit, get that clock grinding, and get him running, get some positive yards. Nice job here, good blocking. He bounces it outside. Love the blocking on the perimeter by the receivers there. That was 11, Kalen Turner, and a good pickup for Brown.
20-yard run sets them up 1st and 10, and back to Brown. And stood up after a couple this time.
And Wayne has moved the ball the last couple of possessions. They just miscues. They got to finish these drives off with points. Another important drive for them here with under 9 minutes to go before halftime.
Their top player, number 1, Blue Smith, the senior wide receiver. He's in the slot right now for the Warriors. Number 1 in white. I mentioned his athletic ability in playing basketball. His brother, LaRon Smith, plays basketball in Italy. Boogie Walker met behind the line of scrimmage by Anthony Sermonera.
Boy, and Sermonera, that's just the blitz up the A-gap. Wayne cannot slide over to block him, and he just meets the back in the backfield. Right in the middle of the screen, you see Sermonera right through there as the big offensive lineman, 66, Devin Seibert, doesn't step out. Sermonera with a free run and the tackle for the loss.
3rd down and 9. Under 8 to go in the second. McKee, and his receiver fell down looking for a flag and contact, none there, and that's Steven Victoria.
And just pressure dialed up once again by Eric Kasparovich. The head coach and defensive coordinator sends a blitz again. Tyler King there just making Rashad McKee a little uncomfortable in the pocket, making him throw it a touch before he would really like to.
Offense stood out there for a moment. They will punt it. And Garrett Russell is on.
And they got to find a way to get Blue Smith the ball, Mike. I mean, you alluded to it. It's going to get frustrating for him as well.
Luke Meckler is back to return for Pine Richland. Nice kick from Russell. Just what they wanted now that he touched it. Let's see. No, it is Pine Richland possession. They got back on it.
Yeah, and this is punt safe, so the regular return man's not back there. Meckler's in there, not sure what he's doing. Get away from it right now, Luke. Crisis averted, though, as they jump on it. Pine Richland ball when we come back.
Coney Island has been around for a long, long time. Reminds me of how Geico has been saving people money for over 75 years.
First date? Hey, big guy. Come on in. Let me guess your weight. Win a prize.
Sure, why not?
12 ounces?
Sorry, mate, 4 ounces. I've been taking the stairs lately.
You win, big guy.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Wow, he looks so much more real on TV.
Yeah. Over 75 years of savings and service. Get your rate quote today.
Welcome back, Grandma. Wow.
I did a lot of shopping in Italy, and I met a nice man.
Ciao. Gino.
Gino.
Da Italia.
He's Italian.
Vieni qua.
Buick now has an SUV for that. The new Buick Envision. One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Experience the new Buick and get 15% below MSRP across this 3 SUV lineup. That's over $5,600 on this 2017 Buick Envision.
Monday Night Football is back. Saints Vikings at 6:55. Then Chargers Broncos at 10:15. September 11th on ESPN.
The 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And 7 expectation-shattering models. Another reason to experience the new Buick.
This is the concert from Friday night, REO Speedwagon. They had Casey and the Sunshine Band there as well. You saw a shot of Bruno Sanmartino, Jerome Bettis in the house, Mike Ditka, Pine Richland High School. It was Celebrity Care Fest on Friday night, supporting local charities in the area. We had a great time there.
Yeah, we were there. It brought us back to our high school days. A little REO Speedwagon. It's time for me to fly. That was my senior prom song when they told us to get out. The mold now, sorry.
Got some good video of that. In the end zone, White trying to get out, and he does. Kenny White, flag is thrown.
Now, Mike, this may be a hold, and if it's a hold in the end zone, it'll be a safety. We'll see what this call is. I hate when I see flags flying around inside the end zone. A couple flags, for that matter. See what the call is here by Mark Syke.
And this is the second straight possession that Pine Richland has started at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and he threw the flag out to the 1, so he's going to say he got out of the end zone. But that is awfully close. And that's why, as a running back, as a former running back, you do not want to get jitterbug steps back there in the end zone. Square those shoulders up and get the ball out.
Holding on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
And you'll see Kenny White here. He's going to start dancing around with it. Right now, that first cut's good. Now turn your shoulders and get upfield. And the hold's right there. Right there. You saw it well when the receiver came in.
That is very close.
Yeah, it's Jason DeFrancis. And I tell you what, I mean, they could have called that in the end zone, which would have resulted in a safety. They said he was out in the field of play. But boy, and again, that's on the running back. You need to square your shoulders. No problem with that first move. But once you make it around the end, square those shoulders and get it out of the end zone. And as it is, it's only going to be a half-yard penalty.
Right.
It's half the distance from the 1 to the half.
7:29 to go, second quarter. Still 14-0 Pine Richland, but inside of their own 1. Yeah, you got to go north and south, right? You can't be stretching it out in your own end zone. Kenny White's in the backfield behind Jurkovic. Now he goes straight up and does get some breathing room to the 5. Lost the ball. They'll say he was down.
Yeah, and White's shaking up on the play, Mike.
Still down, not good. Justin Harris and Antoine Johnson converged on the tackle for Wayne.
Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to talk to Kenny White yesterday in a walkthrough. He was taking his SAT. Coach Kasparovich told him, just take your time. Don't worry about getting back to the walkthrough.
But we did talk to his teammate, Jordan Crawford, who was the star back here at Pine Richland. And then you bring in a guy like White, and he's in visible pain, as you see. But their relationship has been good.
Yeah, I mean, Crawford was the starter. And sometimes when another player transfers in that plays that same position, there's a little animosity, but Jordan Crawford accepted. They're good friends now. They're a 1-2 punch.
What about for you?
Out well.
You transferred when you played high school. What was that like?
Same thing. There was a running back established. I transferred into that high school. We became very good friends, and I think you help each other, you know, and you root for each other, and you kind of give that 1-2 punch, and that's what Kenny White and Jordan Crawford do. And let's hope Kenny White's okay as they check out that lower extremity.
Here's a look at the play.
And he's going to go north and south. Good initial hole. Lowers his shoulders and just a hit low. As you saw the linebacker come up. And, you know, it's hard. You can't speculate. You saw him looking at the lower extremity. You don't know if it kind of gets twisted on that tackle or if it was initial.
Got rolled up on.
Got rolled up on. You don't really know where exactly it happened. But that is a great sign right there. Walking under his own power. No one helping him, and you know, it's smarts, no doubt about it. As a running back, you get all kinds of bangs and bruises, and training staff will check on Kenny White, and let's hope to see him back in this game.
And there is Jordan Crawford, number 3. A multi-back guy that has an offer from Millersville. So looking at Union, Duquesne, Youngstown State. Has the completed catch. Shy of the first down. Demetrius Ross able to lay the hit. Gain of 7.
Yeah, Ross is one of these under the radar guys. Another big year for him. Watch him close on the ball right in the middle of the screen. Good job. Head across the bow. Good contact as Crawford catches that little slant route.
Right back to it here, and Crawford needs to get across the 13 and does. First down for Jordan Crawford.
Knew where he had to get, turns that corner and picks it up.
They're moving fast. Jurkovic airs it out. With a man, it's Jason DeFrancis on the catch. Tackled at the 21.
I mean, if you give Phil Jurkovic that much time in the pocket, Mike, he's tall, he stands up, he scans the field, and they're one-on-one coverage on the outside. No safety in the middle, and Jurkovic's just going to light you up.
And they hustle right down after that 64-yard catch. Jurkovic with time, end zone, touchdown, Cameron Ballet. Flag is thrown back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's coming back, Mike. It's a hold there by Andrew Kristofic. I didn't think the official was going to call it. I saw it from up here. He did a sucker block. He actually pulled the defensive end down on top of him. And it's a good call by referee Mark Syke. You're going to see it. It's going to be right here. Watch this. This is what's going to get called for the holding. He's going to pull him down on top of him.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
And that's a good call. And that's Alex Riegelsberger headed to Kentucky. A great bull rush there. Sometimes defensive or offensive tackles can get away with that little sucker block, pulling the guy on top of you. Mark Syke, the referee, right on top of it. The correct call.
No, you're right. It looked pretty obvious there on that pullback. And Kristofik, who's really done well, has some offers, was a quarterback and a tight end 18 months ago and was reluctant to make the move to offensive line. This pass is caught by Ben Yoakum. But he's certainly excelled now at that position.
Yeah, and you talked about wanting to play tight end. Listen, they don't use a tight end in the offense. They had to go to right tackle, but he's playing really well, and he's a big-bodied kid, 6'6", 255 pounds. Only a junior, starting to get some offers, get some attention. So I think it was a wise move to go to tackle.
Offers from Akron, Michigan State, and Pitt so far. Jurkovec again on second down. A wide-open man. It's caught. It's the touchdown, Jason DeFrancis, and no flags down this time.
Mike, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you got to be jumping up and down in your living room right now. Phil Jurkovec just scans the field. He's got great presence there in the pocket. And then when he sees his receiver shoot open down the right side, an absolute cannon for an arm, puts it on him in the back of the end zone for another touchdown.
29-yard reception, and DeFrancis on the grab with Orsini looking to make it 21-0, and they do just that.
And if it sounds like I'm gushing for Phil Jurkovec, I am. I love that a young quarterback scans the field left to right, comes back, throws the absolute strike to his receiver, Jason DeFrancis, and Pine Richland leads it 21-0.
Welcome to Players Weekend. Style, spirit, swag. This one's personal. Sunday Night Baseball, Mets, Nationals. Tonight at 8 on ESPN.
Don't miss MLS Heineken Rivalry Week. Where do you stand? Today on ESPN, it's Montreal versus Toronto.
Save up to 25% instantly on GE appliances during the Labor Day sale at Bridgeville Appliance and Dormont Appliance. Take advantage of GE's time-saving features along with money-saving offers. Save over $2,000 on select kitchen suites. Get instant savings on GE's Wi-Fi connected kitchen and laundry appliances and get up to $1,200 back with select purchases. Shop local, shop smart, save big. It's the Labor Day sale at Bridgeville Appliance and Dormont Appliance.
Now at the Honda Summerbration sales event, you can get a great deal on a Honda Civic and keep things festive all summer long. Your unforgettable summer begins today with a trip to the Honda Summerbration sales event. Hurry in and get a great deal on a Honda Civic from KBB.com's best value brand at your local Honda dealer.
Back to Pine Richland. They lead 21-0 over Wayne, Ohio. Mike, impressed with Phil Jurkovec. I want you guys to watch his head here. Okay, watch where he looks. You see the snap, little play action there. Now he's looking to his left. I love it. He's looking this way, okay? Now he's going to come off there. He's going to scan the field back to the right there. Now the eyes are coming here. At that moment, he sees his receiver, Jason DeFrancis, break free, and he throws an absolute frozen rope to the back of the end zone for the touchdown. I mean, you just can't teach that. He's worked really hard at the quarterback position, but boy, Brian Kelly has to be ecstatic, and I'm sure he's home watching this one right now.
Well, no doubt about it. Verbal commit to ND back in May of last year. Number 9th rated pocket passer, number 3 in the state here of Pennsylvania. And Pine Richland has 303 yards of offense, and Jurkovec has accounted for 260 of it.
And remember, they're verbal commitments at this point until they sign. But I asked him, how strong is it? He said he's going to Notre Dame, no doubt.
It's that 64-yard rushing touchdown as well. Saturday, number 1 Alabama And number 3, Florida State from the brand new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. First time in college football history that the preseason number 1 opens the season against a top 3 opponent, and we have it for you on ABC. Coverage kicks off at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, also streaming live on the ESPN app.
I love this matchup. Listen, I don't think whoever loses this game, I don't think it hurts either one of them. As long as they don't get blown out, I think it's an attribute for both of them to play this game, and I love it.
And that's what has to get teams excited and willing to play these matchups, that it still will not hurt your chances, to get to the playoff and potentially win a national championship.
I agree, yeah.
In fact, it helps.
Yeah,
depending on how
think
good
it does
that team does.
Because whoever loses, Mike, I don't think it hurts them. But now they can't, no mess-ups from that point, right? Although I've said it forever, and I'm going to stick with it. I think one of these years, maybe this is the year, I think a 2-loss team will eventually make the college football playoff. We are getting very close to it, and you're going to see it now that these top-notch teams are playing each other more and more early on.
Second down and 11 for Wayne. Pressure. A nice play to get it over to Zarek Brown for the first down. Gain of 16 for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice read by Rashad McKee there. He saw the blitz, gets it to his hot route. Zarek Brown turns it up and picks up a first down.
First down from the 35. Brown stays in the backfield. Flag thrown, McKee. Deontay Lesperance on the grab. First down catch. We'll see if it stands. It will not.
Well, it might be the first game of the season for everyone, but boy, the officials look like they're in midseason.
They are ready to rock, right?
Yeah, it looked like it was the left tackle there.
A lot of flags thrown today.
Yeah, a lot of flags. And that's expected. Like, again, first game break in camp, but the sloppiness can kill you. And for Wayne, they're down 21-0.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
As I was saying, that's a drive killer because, Rashad McKee extended that play, completed the pass for the first down. Instead of 1st and 10, now you're backed up 1st and very long.
We're seeing a complete difference in the amount of time that Rashad McKee has to throw the ball for Wayne and the amount of time that Philip Dracovic has for Pine Richland. Drastically different.
Yeah, they're giving Dracovic time, but when he is flushed out of the pocket, though, I love how he's tall, keeps his head up, and he scans the field and still makes the throws.
Back over to Brown. And pushed out before the 30. Just 6 yards on that play. Second quarter as we're under 5 minutes to go.
Dawson Goltz came up with that tackle. Mike, he's an all-section lacrosse player, a midfielder here in the Pittsburgh area, and I know you're a big lacrosse guy.
Yeah, talk to him about that. He's going to Seton Hall for lacrosse. His major is business, but would like to work with the youth and have an impact on young kids' lives, is what he told us this past week. Again, McKee, see, flushed out of the pocket. And a lot of pressure. Tyler King leading the charge. The Pine Richland's defense.
And just nothing Rashad McKee could do there. And they told us yesterday the one thing they were a little nervous about, Mike, is offensive line a little inexperienced. And we're seeing it today. They're just putting all kinds of pressure on McKee, just rolling out for his life there, throwing that thing out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple newcomers on the offensive line. He's got to frustrate Blue Smith there, the wideout positioner. Newest verbal to Ohio State from earlier today. Made the announcement a couple hours before game time. McKee goes for Blue, and it's well overthrown. Another flag. McKee got hit. He's still down.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a personal foul on Pine Richland. That's going to aggravate Coach Kasparovich.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Yeah, and that's killer, Mike.
On a 3rd and 18.
Yeah, 3rd and forever. So we take a look at it here. Yeah, and it's a good call. You just can't come in that late. We've seen that a couple times from Pine Richland today. You just have to lay off. right there. And that's a senseless penalty you just can't do.
You and I were actually talking about that earlier today, how penalties like that will kill you in long situations, to give them an automatic first like that.
Yeah, and I believe it was Tommy Camino, number 6, with that penalty.
Dragged down in the backfield is Brown. Tyler King, what a game he's had. Loss of 4.
I'll tell you what I'm impressed with today, Mike, is the team's speed on defense for Pine Richland. They attack, they get downhill, and they swarm to the football. And I joked with Tyler King yesterday when we talked to him. I said, I want to call your name 20 times tomorrow. I think we're gonna.
You're getting there. Probably halfway there, right? Leader of the defense. Number 8. Second and 14. He's got a man, and that's Austin Mullins, but he's not going far. They've been behind the chains a lot today.
And Coach Kasparovich is changing up the look, so that time no blitz. Good protection by Wayne. Rashad McKee throws underneath, but Pine Richland just comes up and makes the shore tackle for no gain.
Very impressed with the Rams defense. We didn't know how this game was going to shake out. We're getting an indication right now here early in this first half. McKee on the slant finds Smith, but he stopped shy of the first. And Luke Meckler was there for Pine Richland. Do you go for it here now at this point, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, down 21-0, I think you do. You try to get some points, some momentum going into halftime. And yeah, that's a no-brainer for Jay Mitten. They're going.
4th down, just under 2 yards to go for the first. Oh, look out. Handoff to Brown. Got stuck by Anthony Sermonera. How fast was he able to get in the backfield?
And, you know, you'll get a running back killed. I mean, you let a linebacker like Anthony Sermonera, 220-pound junior, fly through that inside gap, and you don't put a helmet on him, that's what happens. Man meets ball in the backfield, and that linebacker won. You're going to watch it right here to the left side of your screen. I mean, the running back, Zarek Brown, doesn't even get a chance. Good job by him holding on to the ball, but if you're that offensive line for Wayne, I mean, you have to slide to that linebacker. You got to put a helmet on him. You just can't give him a free run.
Now, a couple new starters on that offensive line for Wayne, and it's really hurt them here today.
And now Wayne has to really sudden change. They got to make sure they keep Pine Richland out of the end zone again for more points.
Jukovic able to get away.
And Jukovic on a keeper.
7 yards.
I mean, you see his speed. You know, when Joe says he's got a 36-inch vertical leap, I totally believe it. He says, you know, in basketball, he can do all kinds of nasty dunks. And the thing I like there is he picks up 7, but you notice what he did. He gets out of bounds, and he avoids a hit.
Right.
You know, it's a smart quarterback. No quarterback wants to get hit. Phil does a nice job there, avoiding a hit.
Verbal commit to Notre Dame last May as he flips it out to Belay. We'll check it. It's Jordan Crawford, and he's got the first down run for Pine Richland.
And that speed option left, Mike, to the wide side of the field. And Cam Belay, the wide receiver, number 2, he made that play. He's going to crack back. On the right side of your screen, you're going to see a block coming. Right here, this is what springs them. Beautiful. Right on the side, legal block. Great job. Lets his running back turn the corner for the first down.
That's what gave him that extra yards right there, and it's 1st and 10 now from the 32.
I get excited when wide receivers block because it's what springs long runs.
You got to do your part. You're not going to be involved in every play, but you can if you do things like that. Crawford gets a big hit. Put on by Devontae McKee, number 9 there in white for Wayne.
Crawford, 175 pounds. We see how gritty he is, how tough he is. He's a kid I think can play in college as well.
We saw McKee on the head, whose brother's the quarterback, and here's Crawford, who has the offer from Millersville University, but others are knocking on the door as well. And the catch, Ben Yoakum. Close to the first. Let's see if they have it.
And he's right at the chains, Mike. He has it. And it's an experienced receiver in Ben Yoakum, the senior. He gets to the sticks. He turns around. Djokovic puts it on him. He gets hit right when he makes the catch, but he ran the route deep enough that he still picked up the first down.
And now how about managing the clock here with just over 2 minutes left in the first half?
I mean, the way they're going, Mike, they got plenty of time. That's not even an issue.
Djokovic looking for his second touchdown today, and he has it. "21 yards this time after a 64-yard run earlier today for the TD.
You asked about the time? It took 6 seconds on that play. Listen, I'm going to run out of things to say about Phil Djokovic here. I'm going to probably get killed on Twitter because people are going to say I'm related to him or something. I'm not. I mean, right now the kid is outstanding in all facets of the game, with his feet, with his arm, leading his team. And, boy, again, Notre Dame fans got to be ecstatic right now.
Now, a real treat here today, and his 5 brothers and sisters watching as Phil Djokovic is putting on a show with 2 rushing touchdowns. He's also thrown as well for the TDs, and Pine Richland. 28-0 here on top of Wayne, dominating late in this first half.
You guys are ready? Oh, you guys are ready?
Take it, please.
Of course, I got it right here.
There's nothing there.
It's loading. It takes a little bit. Just give me like a minute, guys.
Here's what to get started. Fine work.
Bob realized he needed unlimited 4G LTE data, so he switched to Metro PCS to get the best unlimited deal in wireless. 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for only $75, period. Plus 2 free 32-gig phones. Enjoy the best unlimited deal in wireless on a reliable 4G LTE network. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Who can turn the world on with a smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? When it's your girl and you should know it. Each glance and every little movement you show it. You're gonna make it after all.
It takes a long time to get to the top. But with America's best bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan will be there every step of the way.
Football don't stop in the summer.
How's that for a flyover stand?
Show us them muscles, baby.
Did somebody say muscle? Hey, what's up? Super Kyle here, taking a handoff.
Let's get it.
Come on, man.
You're watching the 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff as part of the Summer of Next presented by Geico. What a day for Notre Dame verbal commit Philip Djokovic of Pine Richland as they lead at 28-0. How about these numbers, Rainey?
Pretty impressive. You know, in the 6 for 13, some of those, you know, some drops. And then you see almost century mark rushing already in the first half. Just totally impressed with Phil Djokovic. And the other thing, we talked to him yesterday, Mike, one of the big things he did, he gained about 25 pounds in the offseason. He was 6'5", 190. He's about 215, 220 now, and he's got that frame where in college he could get up to 240 and carry it well.
He's doing what he needs to do. And a touchback for the Wayne Warriors. 28-0. Down here late in this first half. West Virginia, Virginia Tech. How about it? Primetime college football as our 5-star Labor Day weekend of college football gets underway. This is Sunday night, next Sunday. Number 22, West Virginia. Number 21, Virginia Tech. The Black Diamond Trophy game starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Also live at the ESPN app.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Virginia Tech now that Justin Fuente, the head coach, has had a few seasons there. Get them going.
Like to see how the quarterbacks do in that game.
Great matchup.
Transfer from Florida, Will Greer at QB for West Virginia. You got a redshirt freshman quarterback in Josh Jackson for Virginia Tech. Awesome matchup.
And remember, Greer had to sit out a year transferring from Florida, so we'll see how he looks.
McKee crushed, balls loose, picked up though by Wayne, and it's Brown. Tries to make something out of it. And McKee is still down, as well as a player for Pine Richland.
to the 13 after it came loose. We've got an injury timeout on
Boy,
the field.
and you feel for Rashad McKee, Mike, because they're just teeing off back there right now.
Yeah, there's McKee, 7, and then Tommy Camino, number 6, for Pine Richland. Big collision.
Rashid McKee, the quarterback, number 7 and 10-2 on the field for the Wayne Warriors, along with number 6.
And again, Coach Kasparovich really changing it up. That time it's an X blitz with his middle linebacker, outside linebacker, and you get a free run. And by X, what I mean is watch these guys. You're going to come here, you're going to come here, and they're going to meet at Rashad McKee. Inside, outside, no one picks him up. And it's a nice job by Anthony Sermonero once again getting to the quarterback. But I tell you what, when you do an X blitz like that and no one picks you up and you get a free run, you're going to hit the quarterback, and things like that are going to happen. You're going to get a fumble.
Tough day for McKee. Heads to the sideline, and Camino as well, number 6, he's up. And Camino's very athletic as well. 3-sport athlete, as you see, is Jerkovic, all smiles today, 15 for good reason. Second down and 11 with under 2 minutes to go, first half. And it's Cam Fancher that's in now at quarterback for the Wayne Warriors. Lefty fires, and you got a true freshman in there right now, Rainey, as if things can't get more difficult right now for Wayne.
And it's 3rd and 11, and guess what? There's still 1:40 left in this half, so Pine Richland has 2 timeouts, so, you know, a huge play. Again, it's the first half, so you don't call the dogs off.
Nope.
If you're Coach Kasparovich, you go after Wayne right now once again, and you try to put another touchdown on the board if you can.
McKee takes a seat. I wonder if we get him back in the game. We'll find out. 1:40 left. Fancher. Tackled down just across the 20, and you can hear it, Rainey, the staff for Pine Richland calling for timeout as they want to utilize what's left here this first half. Flag is down as well.
And we'll see what this flag is here. But again, no blitz that time. Drop back in coverage, and they still get to Fancher. And again, as you said, a freshman coming off the bench, national television, a tough place, a tough spot to put that young quarterback in.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
You know, frustration for sure.
It's exactly what that is. It's frustration. You're down 28-0 on the road. And it's just frustration. But, of course, the penalty counts. They back them up. And, again, Pine Richland is going to get great field position here with 1:29 left to see if they can put more points up. And we saw how quick that offense can strike with Phil Jerkovic running the offense.
Yeah, this is a Wayne team. Let's not forget, 11-1 last season.
Timeout, Pine Richland. They're second.
Just a couple years ago, they were the Ohio State Division I runner-up at 14-1. So Jay Menton and this group have done some really good things throughout the 20-plus years that they have been coaching here. And, you know, some good guys back, but each year is different. McKee, who said that he's a lot more mature, but it's that offensive line that has some young guys this year.
And listen, you know, you've worked with me a lot, Mike. I talk about you build teams from the inside out. That means offensive line, defensive line, interior. Doesn't matter how good your skill players are. We know how good Blue Smith is. But if you can't protect up front, you can't give your quarterback time to deliver it to your athletes, it's a long day. And Wayne's a great program. Four years in a row now, 10-plus wins. I mean, great consistency there.
Big day for this guy, though. Prior to the game, Blue Smith made the announcement, verbal commit to Ohio State. You see the graphic with the 10-plus wins over the last 4 years. And how about Jay Minton, the coach? He's coached over 300 football scholarship athletes at all levels and 12 NFL players in his career.
Pretty impressive.
Garrett Russell's punt.
You hear the poison yell by Pine Richland. Get away from the ball.
It's a 28-yard kick. Phil Jerkovic. What about what you've seen today from him?
Monster stiff arm there. Got me excited with the big run. Then extends the play with his feet, throws a strike to his receiver in the back of the end zone, Ray Falcone. And again, another one as he scanned the field and found Jason DeFrancis. And again, pays it off, just a broken play, gets upfield, gets outside. We talk about his athleticism and speed in the open. And he's the total package, and he's showing it today.
And it's against a very good team in the state of Ohio, and that's what you've seen here. 2 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. And he's back on offense in Wayne territory late in the first half, looking to tack on more points. Setting up the screen. And not much there. Falcone on the catch. Jerkovic, as we said, born and raised in this small community here in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Public school, had to compete against everyone. And last year had his season cut short, Rainey, as he injured his thumb. Only made it through half the year.
And you saw those numbers that he put up for just half the season.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
5-yard penalty against the Rams. South Carolina scrimmage down by 43. It'll be second down and 14.
Second and 14. Just been able to get away from pressure all day. And overthrown for Dawson Goltz. Coach Kasparovich told us that he could see him coming up through the ranks, that he was going to be special. 9th grade, he could have started for varsity, but they had Ben DiNucci, who's now at Pittsburgh, battling for a starting position there. Then his sophomore year, it's all Jerkovic since then.
Well, and the big thing about that is this senior class has been intact. These are all kids who really have played with each other since the Pee Wee days, and they've kept them together, and it's a big year for them.
3rd and long. Look at the time that he has. Airs it out. Falcone, end zone, incomplete. And he took a hit.
And another
and
flag.
A flag is down again.
Another flag. And
right back in midfield.
Boy, that time, Falcone, I don't think thought that Jerkovic could get the ball to him. He kind of slowed up in the end zone, ends up going over his head.
Mark Syke has been busy today, our referee.
They need some ice for their arms after this one.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Right at the end, right at midfield after Jerkovic threw that pass.
And again,
30.
It's killer. You're going to see the end of the play here. Boy, you know, and that's on Alex Riegelsberger. And I tell you what, Mike, I can't really blame him there. To me, it didn't look too bad. I understand the officials trying to protect the quarterback, but boy, Riegelsberger's just doing what he should do. The quarterback rolls out of the pocket, hit him. It didn't seem too late to me. Tough call there.
Jerkovic close to the first down on yet another run. And you mentioned Riegelsberger, 30 in white for the Wayne Warriors. Rating 15th best defensive end rated by our crew here in the ESPN 300, rated number 149, verbal to Kentucky.
Yeah, talked to him yesterday. He plays a down defensive end here, but when he gets to Kentucky, they told him he's going to play what's called their jack position. It's a little hybrid. You play a little down defensive end, walk up. You also walk off the line and play linebacker. He's a very good athlete. He's going to be excellent there.
Jerkovic's pass caught by Shane Caffardi on the sideline. Jerkovic has rushed for over 100 yards today, and while we got a moment with Caffardi, got to say thanks to his father, Chris Caffardi, who's been awesome with us all week here, helping us out, getting ready for this game.
All kinds of information. Big thanks to Chris. But just to get back to Riegelsberger for a second, he's one of the guys that's going to do this early enrollee signing and be in Kentucky this spring.
Catch by DeFrancis inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be a first down. It's a good point you bring up. The early enrollment December 20th through the 22nd.
And he said he will sign then, and he will enroll, and he will be in Kentucky for spring football this year. Set to graduate.
Timeout taken. with 19 seconds left as Pine Richland looks to add on some more points. Let's go to that rule that you're talking about, Rainey, the early signing period this December, and spring official visits start. Previously, you couldn't until before your senior year.
Yeah, so the junior class, that'll affect them in 2018. The only thing that affects the seniors this year, like Riegelsberger, is they can now sign their letter of intent. You see it there, December 20th to the 22nd. And then if you have graduated, which he will, you can enroll early. And Riegelsberger's doing that at Kentucky and excited about it.
Each player is permitted 5 official visits, and unofficial visits are unlimited.
Yeah, you can take those, and if you're wondering what the difference is, an official visit, the school pays for everything. An unofficial visit, you and your family pay to go there, and you can have as many of those as you want, but official, you can only have 5.
Blue Smith, verbal to Ohio State earlier.
First and goal from the 3.
And can Riegelsberger and Wayne keep Pine Richland out of the end zone? On this play, yes, overthrown by Jurkovic for Belay. Not many incomplete passes by him today.
I've been giving Jurkovic a lot of love. That time, not a good pass, and he knows it. You just got to set yourself. He's got a little excited there. He had his receiver Belay wide open in the flat for the touchdown. Just got to put it on him, get it in front of him, and he knows that.
16 seconds left. We've got Crawford and Tyler King in the backfield. Floats it up. Wanted Falcone, but closer to that ball that time was Wayne's Deontay Lesperance.
Well, and he had Falcone kind of in the seam in the back of the end zone. No one was around him. That time, Phil Jurkovic just needs to put it on him. You didn't have to put any air under that ball. Put it on Falcone. You had another touchdown.
They were practicing a QB keeper here in this area of the field. I'd spread them out, right?
Yeah,
see about to run up the middle.
They do. They like to spread it out and go with that called quarterback draw.
More yellow flags on the field here with 11 seconds left.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, half the distance to the goal. Replay third down.
And in high school, if you are lined up in the neutral zone or encroach, it blows the play dead, and that's what they did there.
Which is crazy, because even if you scored, that wouldn't have counted. The
Correct.
play is
dead. It's just like a false start in high school.
Yeah. You think, like, can I just have the touchdown? And you can. It blows the play dead. They don't let it go. So Jordan Crawford again in the backfield. Keeper Jurkovic. Touchdown, his 3rd of the day.
And that's just power, right, Mike, off tackle. And when you have a quarterback that can run it, what it does is, usually the quarterback hands it off and he's out of the play, and it's 10 versus 11. When the quarterback runs it, it's 11 versus 11. It gives you an extra blocker in the box. That's an off tackle play, just power right. And they power it in for another touchdown.
Orsini's extra point makes it 35-0 as Philip Jurkovic has 7 carries today for 106 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And again, we keep talking about it. He's 117 in the ESPN 300. As a pocket passer, he could easily be 117 as a dual threat.
And he also has 214 passing yards. So to your point, absolutely what we've seen from him here today.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's a better athlete than people give him credit for, because when you look at him, he's 6'5", 215, 220 with a rocket arm. But, boy, he is athletic. He can extend plays with his feet, and he'll lower his shoulder and pound you as well.
He's done what he's needed to do. You said it. He's gained some weight. He's worked on his mechanics. His footwork is what he was telling us about.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. He was talking about opening that left hip, clearing that left foot, kind of like a pitcher, and really getting that left foot and hip out of the way, turning and throwing. He's done a great job. He's got a high delivery. But as impressed as I've been with Phil Jurkovic today, Mike, I'm as equally impressed with the Pine Richland defense.
Right.
I mean, they have really shut down Blue Smith today. Really nothing to speak for.
It was Pine Richland's coach, Eric Kasparovich, who in his talk yesterday to the team challenged them to not let Blue Smith get behind him, not let passes go over their head. It's really been the other way around here today. Oh, big hit. Flag comes flying in on the return from Justin Harris.
Block below the waist on the return team. First down, Wayne.
All right, so some of the key rule differences here between high school and college. And right there at the bottom, the running clock in the second half when it's a 35-point differential or more. And we did not think we would be in this position here today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I watched both these teams in their walkthroughs yesterday and thought it would be a better game. And we'll see. You know, we'll see if Wayne can regroup at halftime. But the problem is up front, they just can't handle Pine Richland on both sides of the ball, and that's the problem.
I remember it was one of the coaching staff members from Pine Richland who gave us a prediction on Friday night. It was like a 40-point win by Pine Richland, and we thought that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, and that's the one thing when we do these games and teams play from out of state, you never really know what you're going to get.
Frustrated is Blue Smith there, number one, the standout wideout for Wayne. And they've got the backup quarterback in as well, as Rashawn McKee went out with a couple minutes to go in this first half. And that is the end of the first frame. Philip Dracovic, couple touchdown passes, 3 rushing. It is halftime here in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Back with our halftime report after these messages.
These days, anyone can have a side hustle. And driving with Uber lets you go from earning to working to chilling with the push of a button.
Wow.
Earning.
Get your side hustle on. Sign up at uber.com/drive now.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
Why is their unlimited data so expensive?
See it all the time.
Who do these guys think they are? Ah!
So, you're ready to switch.
Switch.
For the family.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines for only $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same price. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 4 free phones.
Now we all have unlimited data.
Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Cannot lose with Terragorn the Brave on our side!
Apologies, my liege, but Terragorn the Brave has been captured.
And by captured, you mean he's at the podiatrist?
Going into battle without the best team? That's bad fantasy. Using the #1 fantasy app to draft your team from anywhere? That's good fantasy. Play the #1 fantasy football game. Sign up now at ESPN.com/goodfantasy.
The kids are back to school and life is crazy. Soccer practices, PTA meetings, and dance classes. What's a mom to do? Thankfully, there's EXP from Armstrong. I can record 6 shows at once, so it's easy for me to play catch up. But EXP is more than TV. It also includes Zoom, internet, and Wi-Fi, the fastest around. Whether I'm streaming a movie or the kids are doing homework, EXP is at the center, keeping us all connected. The possibilities are infinite with EXP from Armstrong.
Most people only buy cars a few times in their lifetime, right? When you come to Deal, you'll understand that we aren't the norm. We're there for you in service. We're there for you if you have a fender bender. We're there for you to get your OEM parts, or you need a ride, or we'll schedule your service appointments. Whatever the circumstance is, we're there to make it happen for you. If you're ready and super excited about a new Toyota, we're here for you.
Hello, everybody. Chris Cotter, Jonathan Vilma, Chip Kelly. Welcome to halftime. In case you missed some of the college football we had on Saturday, let's take you back and show you some highlights. And let's start with South Florida on the road, taking on San Jose State. Charlie Strong's debut coaching the Bulls, and it didn't start off very well at all. Josh Love for the Spartans here, a 10-yard touchdown pass to Bailey Gaither. And just out of the gate, JV, all of a sudden the Spartans were up 16-0.
Yeah, and we'll just act like the first quarter didn't happen for Charlie Strong, and they rebounded very quickly. Second quarter and the rest of the game went to score on 35 or 42 unanswered points, and then to clearly win that game, handily win that game.
Quentin Flowers responded with a 49-yard touchdown pass there, and D'Ernest Johnson, look at this
my
block.
favorite part,
Yeah,
coming
right
there.
That
Love it.
brings him.
Talk about physical.
That's a 50-yard score for D'Ernest Johnson. Third quarter we go. Speaking of 50 yards.
Quentin Flowers being Quentin Flowers. Doing a great job. As we said, warmed up after that first quarter. He really got on track, got that offense rolling, got the team rolling.
Darius Tice finishing things off there. 35-16 at that point. And South Florida would go on and escape. 42-22 again after trailing 16-0.
You win by 20. I don't know if that's
but they were down 16-0 on the road, so they came back and escaped. Oregon State was not able to do that in Colorado State's new stadium because Jake Luton put it up for grabs here, and Trey Thomas, coach, picking this one off. And it was a 7-point game late in the third quarter when Thomas takes this one to the house, lifts up the championship belt, and from there the Rams took over.
Yeah, they broke it wide open.
They did, and obviously when you look at this matchup, you thought on paper as a Power 5 team versus a Group of 5 team, but Colorado State looked like the more athletic team out there today.
And they get the big.
And they were. The score says it, 58-27.
No chance of Oregon State escaping out of Fort Collins on this one. Hawaii had to go across the world, quite literally, to play UMass. Fourth quarter tied at 28. Marcus Young scampers down the left sideline. He scores, putting UMass up by 7. But under 2 minutes to go, Hawaii, coach, how did they come back in this one? First, John Ursula brings it downfield.
It's an all-out blitz by UMass, and Hawaii has the answer. It's a throw, gets them down inside the 10-yard line, and then they convert here.
Brown finds Matuasela Unga in the back of the end zone, 38-35. Hawaii.
They got their money's worth halfway across the world.
That's going to be a long ride home, but not nearly as long as it would have been had they lost. Portland State taking on BYU. Tanner Mangum back at the helm for the Cougs, finding Neil Puo.
Nice effort right here, Neil Puo. Great effort, a much-needed touchdown because BYU did not blow this game out wide open.
No question.
Portland State hung around.
Jelani Easton, a big part of that, the freshman quarterback, finding Darnell Adams there. 14-6 was the lead for BYU at that point in time, but this pick right here, Coach,
Zane Anderson.
Yep.
That kind of sealed it for it. Portland State hung tough. They're going to be a real good FCS team this year, and got a good matchup next week against Oregon State.
No question about it, but BYU does get the W. How about these matchups in week 1? Marvel, our folks helping us out with the covers of the comic books.
I like it. I like the matchup. I like the Hokie looking real tough. I like that. It's going to be some good matchups. We don't even have the Alabama FSU one up here.
No, but we know that's the big one. ABC Saturday night. The game opposite that one on ESPN is pretty good, too. We just saw BYU with the W. They're taking on LSU Saturday night in Houston.
Not all restaurants know how to make great barbecue. The ones with a big cowboy hat sign in the parking lot are probably a good bet, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
Sharon was given a few months to live if her cancer wasn't treated.
I was diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer, which I thought meant chemo. But a biomarker test showed I had high levels of PD-L1, which meant I could start with a different treatment.
1 year later, she's here with her family. A true story with Keytruda.
On Keytruda, my scans started showing good news.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and with high levels of PD-L1, it could be your first treatment instead of chemotherapy. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work, and may be serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine, changes in eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, rash, itching or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Keytruda. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems.
Each day now, it's a gift.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
We check our phones 85 times a day.
So it only made sense to create a network that keeps up. Introducing Xfinity Mobile. It combines America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE with the most Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Saving you money wherever you check your phone. Yeah, even there. See how much you can save. Choose by the gig or unlimited. Xfinity Mobile, a new kind of network designed to save you money. Call or go to xfinitymobile.com.
Get up and get down at Cricket Wireless with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. 2 lines of unlimited data for $80 a month. Plus, get 2 smartphones free when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
I'm pumped, are you? Welcome into our college football studios. I'm Cassidy Hupperth, and yes, college football is back. That also means the return of College Game Day. Reese, Herbie, Desmond, and Coach Corso will be on the road starting this week as they double up for the Ohio State-Indiana matchup before heading to Atlanta for the Florida State versus Alabama Top 5 tilt. Before they get packed up to head out, they were here in Bristol to drop some preseason knowledge.
Last season, we said we'd never had an opening weekend like the one we had in college football, and this year we've never had a game like we have. Alabama, Florida State, number 1 versus number 3. Winner of that game certainly is going to make a huge splash. Is the winner of that game, in your judgment, a lot for the college football playoff?
It's easy to sit here and say yes, but they both have some tremendous challenges throughout the regular season within their own conference. But I personally think whoever wins this game will be able to kind of get through and navigate their way through and end up in the playoff, not just because you deserve it, because, hey, you won against Florida State or you won against Alabama. I just think they're that good. I think they both, whoever wins this game, can make a run.
I agree with you. Whoever wins this game has got the front runner to be in a national championship game. The winner. The loser, I don't know.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, the winner of this game, you would have a hard time keeping that team out of the college football playoff, especially if I was a selection committee member. That team gets the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, let me put this to you then. Last year, for the first time in the 3-year history, now in the 4th year of the playoff, we had a team that didn't win a conference championship. What if the loser of the Florida State-Alabama game stumbles somewhere again in its conference, but still wins the conference?
Okay.
2-loss conference champion, but loser of Florida State-Alabama. What are the chances they get in?
And I'm a college football playoff selection committee
You're on
member,
the committee. Yep.
And it was a close game, this first one?
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to get benefit of the doubt. They will get into the playoff, for taking that risk, Coach.
I think it's Alabama. If the SEC is going to always going to get a team in the playoffs. If there's 1, 2, or 3 losses, the SEC is going to get a team in there. So it's Alabama if they lose 2, but not Florida State.
I think it comes down to what kind of game it is. I think if it's when Alabama played Michigan type of game, you're not going to recover.
Yeah.
If it's a 24-21 type of game, no matter who loses the game, and then they go and stumble, but then they kind of right the ship and they make a run and they end up winning a conference championship because of the willingness to play that game, I think the committee would reward them despite the 2 losses.
I agree with you. And the second loss has to be the same way too. It has to be a tight game.
You can't lay an egg.
You can't have Michigan Penn State last year with 49-10, which maybe effectively eliminates you. But then again, that's why they play the games, isn't it? And what a great way to start with Florida State and Alabama in Atlanta.
Man, I miss those guys, and excited for Maria Taylor to join the crew. And they will be doing double duty in Week 1, starting in Bloomington on August 31st. And then they're headed to Atlanta for that top 5 matchup of number 3 Florida State and number 1 Alabama.
Who you with?
I'm rolling with the Steel City.
I want the wagons.
The Star. The Dirty Birds.
I'm with the new crew on the block. I'm with the curtain.
I'm with them boys.
I'm chilling with those who like the code.
I'm with the black and yellow.
I'm with the powder blue.
I'm with the 8. I'm with the Doomsday.
The 6, the shout. I'm with the bows. Tell me one thing. Who you with?
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car. Car's ready. Wrong car. Isn't that your car? I would love to take it, but no. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out? Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox. This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360.
How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
Summon Terragorn the Brave.
He's at the podiatrist.
Going into battle without the best team? Bad fantasy. Drafting your team from anywhere? Good fantasy. Sign up now at ESPN.com/goodfantasy.
The U.S. Open begins tomorrow on the networks of ESPN.
Save up to 25% instantly on GE appliances during the Labor Day sale at Bridgeville Appliance and Dormont Appliance. Take advantage of GE's time-saving features along with money-saving offers. Save over $2,000 on select kitchen suites. Get instant savings on GE's Wi-Fi connected kitchen and laundry appliances and get up to $1,200 back with select purchases. Shop local, shop smart, save big. It's the Labor Day sale at Bridgeville Appliance and Dormont Appliance.
At the Hyundai Labor Day sales event, we're working hard so you don't have to.
This deal is crazy good.
No, we specialize in crazy good. Like up to $4,000 total savings on the Tucson.
No way.
Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty.
Awesome.
Yeah, get that a lot. Hurry into the Labor Day sales event and reap the rewards. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is the reason to buy now. Get the all-wheel drive Tucson for $139 a month. Or enjoy up to $4,000 in total savings. Don't wait. Offers end September 5th.
Welcome back to the 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff as part of the Summer of Next presented by Geico. Well, not what we expected here today. 35-0 Pine Richland over Wayne as we get set for the start of the second half. Mike Corey and Reedy Ngolia back with you here from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, just north of Pittsburgh. And again, what happened here? How did this happen in this first half?
Well, we knew how good Phil Dracovic was. But what has really impressed me is the dominance of the Pine Richland defense, really shutting down Wayne today, and they just can't do anything. And they're winning both lines of scrimmages, and that's really been the difference today.
Well, the two guys that we came to watch were Phil Dracovic, the quarterback for Pine Richland, and also Blue Smith, the outstanding wide receiver for the Wayne Warriors. Let's talk about their comparison to what we've seen from both of them today.
Blue Smith has been very frustrated today. You know, you want to try to get him the ball. There's a little lateral there, try to get him the ball in space, but you see the swarming defense from Pine Richland. Again, just a little out route. Good coverage there. Come up. He's going to get hit. The drop in here. Just a little crossing route. He's wide open. You see him slapping his fingers. He wants the ball. And just a frustrated day for Blue Smith. On the other side of the ball, Phil Dracovic, not so much. Just a rocket for an arm. Extending plays with his feet. Scanning the field. Hitting a bunch of different receivers. Spreading it around. And oh, by the way, he can do it with his feet as well. Just a dominating offensive performance by Philip Dracovic in the first half.
He's accounted for all 5 touchdowns. Here's the comparison. And LaChristian, his given name, Blue Smith, out of Wayne, Ohio, just the 3 catches for the verbal to Ohio State, which we heard from him earlier today. But Dracovic has been outstanding. Our Geico first half stats are brought to you by Geico. And the 214 passing yards for Dracovic, over 100 on the ground. We said how he was rated as a pocket passing quarterback. Reedy, you think otherwise?
Well, he's dual threat as well. He can do it all. He can extend plays with his feet. We saw just a monster stiff arm there in the first half. And I just love his vision, his poise in the pocket, how he scans the field. And then you see the numbers from Blue Smith. They're just frustrating. Got to find some ways to get him the ball.
You mentioned the defense, Reedy, of Pine Richland. That's what's been impressive as well here today. Why?
Swarming to the football. Tyler King, linebacker number 8, has been very solid today. And really, I think the difference is head coach Eric Borovich. He's calling the defenses this year. And in this first half, he has switched it up. He has sent blitzes at Wayne. He has gone back and just gone with a 3-man rush. Guys are getting off blocks. They're winning the line of scrimmage. And these linebackers with their blitz packages are getting free runs at the running back and the quarterback, Rashad McKee. It's open season right now.
Kasparovich, former outside linebacker at Pitt. And he's brought that intensity with his team here today. They lead it 35-0. We will be back with the start of the third quarter after this on ESPN.
Ba Black Sheep, have you any wool? No, sir, no, sir. Some nincompoop stole all my wool sweaters, smart TV, and gaming system. Luckily, the Geico Insurance Agency recently helped Baba with renter's insurance. Everything stolen was replaced, and the hooligan who lives down the lane was caught selling the stolen goods online. Visit geico.com and see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Football don't stop in the summer. How's that for a flyover stand? Show us them muscles, baby. Did somebody say muscle?
Hey, what's up? Super Kyle here, taking a handoff.
Let's get it. Come on, man.
The 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The incline here in Pittsburgh as Pine Richland leads Wayne 35-0. We're about 20 miles north of downtown here in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania today for our final game of high school kickoff weekend. As Eric Kasparovich and Pine Richland dominating the last 3 seasons at 32-8. Now they were 7-5 last year. Jerkovic injured his thumb midway through the year. They went 25-3 the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah, and it's a very experienced team this season. A lot of seniors on this roster and big expectations for Pine Richland this year.
We are at a 35-point differential, so we have a running clock here in the second half, and that doesn't matter whether or not Wayne gets it inside of 35 points. If they score, it's still running clock for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and so if you're Wayne and Coach Jay Minton, you want to get out there. Obviously, you would love to come back and get in this game, and it's not out of the realm of possibility. But really, you just want something positive in this second half to build on when you get back to Ohio. Watch some film study and get ready for your season, the rest of your season.
Well, something certainly not positive, and this is for Pine Richland. That's Kenny White, who's out for the rest of the game. One of their top running backs was a transfer from West Allegheny High School. Guy that ran for over 1,300 yards last year. He's been good friends with Jordan Crawford, the back that was here when he came to this school. Let's hope this doesn't hamper him too much as this season progresses.
He's got that ice on that knee, and we saw him walk off under his own power, so let's hope he's being kept out of this game because of the score, and he's going to heal up and be back for them this season because he is an integral part of this offense along with Phil Jerkovic and, of course, his running mate that you mentioned, Jordan Crawford.
The seniors got offers from Buffalo, Eastern Kentucky, Iowa State, Kent State, to name a few. There's Justin Harris for Wayne back to return the kick as our second half is about to get underway. see what quarterback comes out for Wayne. The starter, Rashad McKee, went out towards the end of that first half. He had taken some shots, Rainey. They brought in the true freshman Cam Fancher. What do you think happens here?
Yeah, I think McKee comes back out. You see him talking to his assistant coach and got the offense ready. And again, for McKee, you felt for him in that first half, kind of running for his life. So hopefully offensive line coach Mike Williams talked to that group up front. Again, an inexperienced group, but they got to give him a little time. You know, they had some success in the run game a little bit in that first half, and see if they can get back, get something positive going here in the second half.
Start the second half. Again, facing pressure. Pass incomplete for Deontay Lesperance. The offensive line, you mentioned it, one of those guys, number 62, the left tackle, Joel Crane, who's had a visit to Cincinnati, and he's a guy that's learned from some really good leaders. Mason Walker, who was here before, defensive tackle, now playing at Albany, and he's really the one guy with the most experience.
Yeah, and you see his number 6'3", 300, plays tackle. In college, he will be a guard. He'll slide down, but he told us he wants to play defense. A little nose guard, a little defensive tackle, so he just wants to get to college, get an offer, and go play.
McKee over the middle. It is intercepted. Jordan Crawford for Pine Richland picks it off.
Yeah, and you can't fault Rashad McKee on that. Just trying to make something happen. And Jordan Crawford just goes up, wants the ball more, and goes up and makes the catch. Listen, when that ball's in the air, it's not just the offense's ball. Defense has just as much right. Watch Crawford just go up and say, I'm going to get this. Goes up, rips it away, and makes the interception. It's just an excellent play by the senior cornerback / running back.
Crawford, who lives with his brothers. He's got two brothers. Josh, 30 years old, who has 3 kids. TJ, 20 years old, also has a sister, Chelsea, who's 27. His niece, Lucy, wasn't able to say his full name, and you hear the crowd chanting, "Go, go," for Crawford, and that's what she adopted, calls him Go-Go.
Yeah, Uncle Go-Go. I love it. And it fits him great because that's the energy he plays with, that kind of speed and quickness.
He told us yesterday, feels like he's the funniest guy on the team. Keeps it all loose and light for the rest of his guys.
Yeah, the other interesting thing to watch here is how long will Coach Eric Kasparovich leave Phil Dracovic in this game. You know, I think he's going to give him 1 series here in the 3rd quarter, and he will be sitting on the bench next to him.
5-yard penalty. Result, first down.
And it's a good opportunity in this game to get some of your backups in, get that playing experience, and it gives everyone an opportunity to get in and play on national TV.
There's Go-Go. Back in. Over 1,200 yards last year combined, rushing and receiving.
Sporting those deer hunting gloves with Meckler, that bright orange.
Yes. Got to stand out.
Never wore gloves as a player, Mike. A little old-fashioned. I think there's no better grip than the human hand, buddy.
Anybody on your team? Receivers,
a few.
other running backs?
Yeah, a few. Everyone wears them now.
Right. What do you think? Does it not help you?
Well, technology's better now. I think the grip is better now with the gloves, but back when I played, not so much.
Not that long ago. Meckler. Good run here from Luke Meckler. First down run for Pine Richland. That's 14 yards on the carry.
And, you know, the one unit we haven't really given love today, and I should be, is that offensive line. You got Grant Lemerant, left tackle. You got Parker Boyd, left guard. Mike Durando at center. You got Mike Kadick at right guard and Andrew Kristofic at right tackle. Really an excellent job today from that Pine Richland offensive line.
You're right. And there's Lemerant, number 55, a guy that was not able to play last year due to a health issue. And this team had a 2-way starter quit before camp, and Lemerant said, I'm going to come back. I want to help this team, and he certainly has. Meckler taken down for no gain.
And not only help the team, he steps in there and plays left tackle. I mean, that's the premium position, especially when you have a quarterback like Phil Dracovic. You're blocking his blind side. I mean, that is arguably the most important position as we take a look at Grant right there, number 55, 6'1", 250-pound senior.
Yeah, that was big time for them. Want to have a good year for Djokovic back there, and they've certainly protected him very well today. Meckler stays in the backfield. Keep it on the ground. Again, running clock here. The 35-point differential in high school.
And a good job to get some, good chance to get Meckler some work, who's only a sophomore. Starts at free safety, 5'10", 160, 65-pound sophomore. So getting some nice carries here in the second half.
And no hurry now. It was really the no hurry and no huddle offense that was putting the hurt on Wayne to begin this game. They weren't able to defend it well.
They weren't. I mean, when Pine Richland was up and ready to go, they were dominant.
Crawford of the catch, gets away from the D, touchdown.
It's just too easy pitch and catch. But again, Cam Belay, Mike, number 2, as we get that 24-yard touchdown. But Cam Belay, number 2, hasn't been big in the receiving game today, but has he done one well of a job blocking on the perimeter. He throws another great block to spring his teammate Jordan Crawford down that left sideline for a touchdown.
And it says a lot about Belay. Coach told us he could be a starting receiver on any team with his play. A senior who's been blocking well for his teammates today. Flub the extra point, but 41-0 is certainly sufficient here today. 6:53 remaining in the third. All Pine Richland, and the Rams fans love it.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
Sailing away on the crest of a wave, it's like magic. All rolling and riding and sleeping and sliding, it's magic.
Introducing the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan, the new king of the concrete jungle.
No splashing! Wait, so you got rid of Verizon just like that?
I switched to T-Mobile, kept my phone, everything on it. Oh, I even paid it off.
Wow.
Yeah. It's nice that every bad decision doesn't have to be permanent.
Ditch Verizon, keep your phone. We'll even pay it off when you switch to America's best unlimited network.
Get incredible deals on the latest flooring trends at Lumber Liquidators Fall Flooring Kickoff Sale. All pre-finished hardwood and all bamboo is on sale. Get up to 45% off wood look waterproof floors. More from 49 cents. Plus special financing. The Fall Flooring Kickoff Sale is going on now at Lumber Liquidators.
41-zip, Pine Richland with 6:54 to play in the third as we take a look back with our Buick drive recap. All Jordan Crawford. His niece Lucy screaming go-go after these sequence of plays.
Well, I'm going to add a little nickname to it, Mike. Go-go gadget, as he goes up and makes that interception, and then he pays it off on the other side with a 24-yard touchdown reception.
And the senior who's done it on offense and defense today with that sequence, part of our Buick drive recap as it's 41-0. Pine Richland.
You know, and he's a captain. He's another kid we talked to yesterday. Kind of has that chip on the shoulder because he's a little smaller. It's underrated by a lot of people, but boy, is he a good football player.
You got it, 5'8", 175. Harris on the return for Wayne. Up to the 30. Flag comes flying in. Mark Syke today, our referee. Screw's been on top of it. We've called a good game.
Personal foul on the kicking team. 15 yards added on to the end of the run. First down, Wayne.
Let's get fired up, Brady, this week. Thursday, number 2, Ohio State and Indiana kick off their seasons on ESPN with a college football megacast. We've got you covered. You can check out ESPNU, ESPN News, and ESPN3 with alternate productions to bring you the game in the biggest way as our coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler will be on that call. Of course, Herbstreit calling 3 games in 5 days, and going to be a busy weekend.
Speaking of Ohio State, here's our verbal with Blue Smith today. Number 1 for Wayne. It's been a frustrating day, and football is loose. Fumble. Pine Richland, and a flag comes in again. Brendan Eckenrode able to recover the fumble. 77 for the home team.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on Pine Richland. 15-yard penalty. They keep the ball. First down, Pine Richland.
Third fumble today. Third one recovered by Pine Richland. 41 zip. Back after this.
Summon Terragorn the Brave.
He's at the podiatrist.
Going into battle without the best team? Bad fantasy. Drafting your team from anywhere? Good fantasy. Sign up now at ESPN.com/goodfantasy.
Don't miss MLS Heineken Rivalry Week. Where do you stand? Today on ESPN, it's Montreal versus Toronto.
I'm getting my degree online. I need the internet for just about everything I do. Zoom from Armstrong keeps me on track. Whether I'm writing a paper or interacting with other students, I have to be online. Zoom provides me with a constant connection and speeds I need. And with Zoom Share, I can stay connected no matter where I am in my house. I can start a lecture in the kitchen and finish it on the couch. Zoom is the most important tool I'm using to finish my degree. Zoom, you're there.
Most people only buy cars a few times in their lifetime, right? When you come to Deal, you'll understand that we aren't the norm. We're there for you in service. We're there for you if you have a fender bender. We're there for you to get your OEM parts, or you need a ride, or we'll schedule your service appointments. Whatever the circumstance is, we're there to make it happen for you. During the Deal Summer Clearance event, we're here for you.
Just north of Pittsburgh here today in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, on the west side of the state, with Pine Richland leading 41-0. And how about some of the amazing and Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have come out of Western Pennsylvania?
Yeah, they grow them here, right? I mean, it's amazing. Joe Montana was my favorite growing up, and I really think still is the best. But look at these, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, we know what he's done.
How crazy is that, right? And how about Philip Dracovic and what he can do maybe throughout his career as he moves on to Notre Dame next year?
Well, I'll tell you what, check back with me in 20 years,
yeah,
and I'll see where Phil Dracovic fits on that list.
Well, here's his day today. Over 200 yards passing with 3 touchdowns and 3 touchdowns rushing. He's accounted for every one of them.
Yeah, and Eric Kasparovich did exactly what I thought. They gave him 1 series, take him out, and now Ben McGregor's in. Get him some valuable reps here as the backup.
So the junior is in with 5:50 to go, third quarter, and a running clock here today for the remainder of this game. McGregor tied up in a second down play. Coach Kasparovich, 5th season for Pine Richland, and guy that played in North Hills High School. He went on to win a state championship. Played with that guy, LeVar Arrington.
Yeah, and LeVar Arrington, as we know, had a phenomenal career at Penn State. Was the number 2 pick overall. Great NFL career. And there's a look at Eric Kasparovich in high school.
Played in the Big 33 game as well. Threw an unbelievable touchdown on a 4th and goal from the 28-yard line back in 1993. Then he runs for a 2-point conversion to give his team the lead, and then goes on defense and intercepts a pass, playing safety to seal the game for the title in 1993.
Yeah, goes on to Pitt, plays under Walt Harris there, 95 to 97. I was talking to him before the game. He said, you know, they told me all the things I wanted to hear as a quarterback in high school. But of course, they get him there, and they moved him to DB, and then bulked him up a little bit, and eventually played linebacker. But a very great career for Eric Kasparovich as a Pitt Panther.
Told us his parents, the ultimate inspiration for him, Cindy, and his father, Mark, who's on the staff, who helps out throughout the year with the team. And they've had a lot to cheer about today, for sure.
And, you know, Eric Kasparovich, a lot of energy. He coaches this Pine Richland program like it's a college. He brings that mentality to it. We watched his walkthrough yesterday, and he's a coach that I think, if he wants to down the road, can jump up to the college ranks. There's
Some of the
no
campus looks like a college here. You see the building and this press box that we're in here today. It's second to none, really, in the high school level. All going the way of the Rams today as they down it at the 1-yard line. 54-yard kick.
At the 1-yard line. A 54-yard punt by the senior, Cameron Bowe.
That was Cam Belay's kick that time. There's Kasparovich.
And they call him Coach Casper because, you know, it's tough to spit that out all the time. Kasparovich.
Yeah, Coach K, too, I know. There's his father, Mark.
Sideline assistant, does a little bit everything with the program, helps out everywhere, and very well respected. He was talking to the kids yesterday as well and gave them that warning about do not take your knee pads out of your pants. And how the kids love to mess with their uniforms, and he instructed them, do not do that.
Well, and Coach Casper's been good with the family aspect of this team. He's told us, I mean, his wife, Jennifer, his 3 children, Ella, Eric, and Emlyn. But he has them doing a lot of things outside of football to keep this team together, and I think that's great.
Big family atmosphere, and you see it by all the events and things they do off the field together, and you just love that kind of atmosphere, and it shows up in their play, in their team play. And, you know, I got to say, Mike, the game of football recently has kind of been under attack with the concussions and people kind of talking about that. And the thing that kind of aggravates me as a former player is you never hear the positive things about the game. Working as a team. You know, football teaches you about life. You have teammates that are from different races, religions, backgrounds, everything. And you play together as a team and a family, and you help each other out. And you're going to get knocked down in football. And the key is getting back up. And it mirrors life. And these kids learn so much from this game. And these coaches really are teachers for these kids, not only in football, but in life.
I couldn't agree with you more as this pass is incomplete by Cam Fancher. And a moment ago, you saw a shot of number 75, Jimmy Fadul, for this Pine Richland team. We told you his story earlier. Came from Syria. You know, less than 2 years ago, didn't speak any English. Comes over here with 24 family members, now speaks English, is a senior, wants to go on to college to become a dentist. And that's just one of the amazing stories.
So impressed with that young man. Now, I'm biased because I think football is the greatest game in the world. But I think Jimmy agrees, too. He comes over. He never really saw football. He comes over here his first year. He sees it, and his cousin plays professional hockey, and he wants to play football.
Meckler on the return for Pine Richland as a flag comes in.
Pushed out inside the 25, but there's a flag down at about the 28-yard line. Jordan Hardwick makes the stop for the Wayne Warriors.
Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Pine Richland.
Well, we've had a fun weekend here in our 8th edition of the Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff as we look at our USA Today Sports Super 25 rankings. And we had a few of these teams in action this weekend, too. IMG Academy, St. John Bosco, Bishop Gorman, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Well, how about that Bosco-Aquinas game, right?
Yep.
9-3, a defensive battle there for that one. I mean, great game.
overtime affair there. You wonder if a Pine Richland team maybe cracks into this as this season moves on.
I think they have the personnel. I think they have the coaching. And it's in front of them. I mean, they got some high expectations, but from what I've seen today, there's no doubt that eventually Pine Richland can't break into that Super 25.
Bishop Gorman with a win this weekend. They've won 54 straight. Getting back to 2013, the three-time reigning national champion.
Speaking of other high school stadiums, another great one.
Yeah.
We talked about how nice Pine Richland is. Bishop Gorman may be the best. Well, there's a few in Texas that spent just a few bucks on.
You ever fly over Texas and you look down, you see all these huge stadiums?
You're like, what pro team plays
there?
Yeah,
it's high school. Third quarter is winding down. And Pine Richland, the home team here today, dominating Wayne. One more quarter to go as they lead it 41-zip.
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car. Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Isn't that your car? I would love to take it, but no. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out? Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
You could put lettuces on a meaty barbecue sandwich. You could do a lot of bad ideas. New bourbon barbecue sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meats.
Football don't stop in the summer. How's that for a flyover stand? Show us them muscles, baby!
Did somebody say muscle? Hey, what's up? Super Kyle here, taking a hand off.
Let's get it. Come on, man.
That's former All-Pro linebacker Clay Matthews Jr., also known as Dad. We Matthews know a thing or two about football. With PlayStation Vue, they can watch live football on up to 5 devices at the same time. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice!
Nice.
Great.
Stay connected with football all season long, no matter where you are.
Watch live football with PlayStation Vue. Start your free trial today.
PlayStation. Why is their unlimited data so expensive?
See it all the time.
Who do these guys think they are?
Ah! So, you're ready to switch.
Switch.
For the family. Switch to Boost and get 4 lines for only $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same price. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 4 free phones.
Now we all have unlimited data.
Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Not all restaurants know how to make great barbecue. The ones with a big cowboy hat sign in the parking lot are probably a good bet, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
We're back with the 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff, part of the Summer of Next, presented by Geico. Here from beautiful Pine Richland High School, Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, just north of Pittsburgh. There's a look at the press box. There we are up top, as it's 41-0. The Rams leading the Warriors here today. A good 8,000 plus on hand to witness this one, Reedy. And I don't think they would have thought it was going to be a blowout like this, but home fans have been treated to a dominating performance today.
Yeah, some people enjoying the game from the hill there, sitting in the grass. A beautiful day here in western Pennsylvania.
Vince Buccino with the carry there, as Eric Kasparovich and his group. We mentioned how they like to do activities outside of football, keep this team together. And that's what's helped them reach the state playoffs in each of his first 4 seasons. And the players that we talked to yesterday, and you can just tell how much more of a team this is. And they said it. They said last year, There could have been a little bit more, but this year they're really gelled. They're really together.
Well, and I think Coach Kasparovich saw that, and that's why you saw so many team activities off the field, and specifically by units, defensive backs, running backs, linebackers, all doing stuff together to build that family atmosphere, that continuity that you need on the field.
I want to hear some of the things that we're talking about. This is the running backs and the linebackers at a Pirates game this year. Pool party at Coach Kasparovich's house. They also went bowling. That's the defensive backs. A little croquet as well.
Looks like you, Mike.
Really?
A little bit, I think.
Is that my press pass hanging out there?
Yeah, there you go. Good form.
I wouldn't be wearing a long sleeve shirt. It's the summertime, right?
Never played croquet, but it looks like good form.
That's not bad. I agree. It's 41-0.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Spinning away is Vince Buccino. And that's going to turn the ball over on downs to Wayne, and we'll step aside. Be right back. 10:08 to go in the fourth quarter, as it's all smiles for those on the Pine Richland sideline.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
You guys are ready! Oh, you guys are ready!
Ticket, please.
Of course, I got it right here.
There's nothing there.
It's loading. It takes a little bit. Just give me like a minute, guys.
Here's our ticket. It's starting. Mine works.
Bob realized he needed unlimited 4G LTE data, so he switched to Metro PCS to get the best unlimited deal in wireless. 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for only $75 period. Plus 2 free 32-gig phones. Enjoy the best unlimited deal in wireless on a reliable 4G LTE network. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Monday Night Football is back. Saints Vikings at 6:55. Then Chargers Broncos at 10:15. September 11th on ESPN.
The 2017 Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
That's the Permetti brothers right there in downtown Pittsburgh. They got multiple locations now. We had it yesterday.
Full disclosure, I had one.
You did. This was invented, this sandwich, by Joe Permetti during the Great Depression. The main ingredients: grilled meat, Italian dressing-based coleslaw, tomato slices, French fries on the sandwich as well, in between 2 slices of Italian bread.
Trivia question, Mike Gorey. Do you know why that sandwich was created?
To gain weight.
No, they put it all on one sandwich so truck drivers could still drive their trucks.
There you go.
And eat the sandwich in one hand. That's why the fries, the coleslaw, everything's on there. One sandwich. There you go. Now you know.
Not bad.
I wasn't driving a truck when I ate it yesterday.
It's a big sandwich.
I used both hands. And it was good.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Cam Fancher, true freshman quarterback, in, relieving Rashad McKee today. Play fake. Lefty airs it out. Almost had Austin Mullins. It was a true freshman there.
Nice throw by Cam Fancher there. Steps up in the pocket. As you said, nice left-handed delivery. Just overthrew his receiver. But I love it. Listen, this is a freshman, right?
Right.
He's in here on national television. Nice play fake. Steps up. Put some nice air under this ball. And then you got another freshman, Austin Mullins, trying to run it down. So some young kids getting some valuable game experience for Wayne.
Second down and long. Fumble. 4th of the day, and another recovery. Dylan Stenson this time for Pine Richland.
Yeah, and that's the one thing Jay Minton has to clean up. He's not happy with the turnover today from his team.
Back right after this with 9:21 to go in the contest.
I check it once, then I check it twice. Oh! Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
This is our summer vacation. This is how we unwind. This is our day at the beach. And this is the Acura MDX. Hurry to the Acura Summer Performance event for some of the most exciting offers of the year.
It's the 2017 Acura MDX Super Handling all-wheel drive for $4.99 a month for well-qualified customers. Don't miss this event going on now.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
For this coming year.
No trouble for Pine Richland today. 41-0 over Wayne with 9:41 to play in our game from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. After our Sunday night baseball game tonight between the Mets and the Nationals, catch Sports Center at night. John Anderson and Kevin Connors will get you caught up on the entire day of sports. Sports Center at night, also streaming live on the ESPN app.
I'll be watching it on the ESPN app as I'm flying back home.
Correct.
To Orlando.
Get it all right there on the ESPN app this year. Live streaming, scores, and more as Pine Richland looks to just run this out here today. Well on their way to a big-time victory. That's Vince Buccino, who's in at running back. And backup quarterback in Ben McGregor. Had a chance to visit with a lot of the staff members for Pine Richland this week. They've done a nice job putting this group together.
And again, they treat this team like a college team. That's how they break their practices now, and that's how they coach them, and it's showing today.
Inside the 30-yard line, Buccino, 5-yard pickup. Forgot to mention really the offensive coordinators here, the great play calling that we've seen today from Ryan Lehmeyer and Tim Sasson. They work in combination under head coach Kasparovich.
And we talked about it earlier, how Kasparovich kind of went over to the defensive side, gave that offense up to Ryan Lehmeyer and Tim Sasson. And pretty good decision, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Coaching all the way to the end.
A semifinal loss last year for this team. They were runners-up in 2014 in the state title. They lost in 2003 in the title game 39-38 on a missed extra point. Then they lost in 2014 49-41. You know, and like this Wayne team, who's made multiple appearances, still looking for their first state title, so is Pine Richland.
And that's the ultimate goal for these teams, is to get to the end, win that state championship, and raise that banner. And so both of these teams actually have the same goal. And both those goals are still ahead of them. Even though this is a devastating loss for Wayne on the road, they'll rebound. It's a great program. We talked about 4 straight seasons, 10-plus wins, and they'll rebound. This is a coaching moment for this team.
Solid run again by Buccino. First down to the 15-yard line. Notice it. Allen makes the tackle, 10-yard gain.
You know, a little while ago I talked about life. You know, this is a program that isn't used to getting beat like this. So they got to bounce back. And, you know, you get knocked down, and they'll get back up. Coach Mitten's a excellent coach, great staff, and they'll get back after it.
They certainly will, and it's no indication of this Wayne football team, obviously, from just this game. And they're going to go back, and I suspect to have another special season with Blue Smith and wide receiver Rashard McKee, all a year older. It's a very talented team. It just didn't have it here today.
I just think they came into the perfect storm with this Pine Richland team ready to go.
Now the countdown is on to our 5-star Labor Day weekend of college football games. How about this? Number 22 versus number 21. It's a Sunday night primetime matchup a week from today on September 3rd on ABC. And the Black Diamond Trophy game. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Also streaming live at the ESPN app. Look forward to watching that one next Sunday night.
Good one. Some bragging rights for the two states, getting after it.
And how about this? Jeff Burke, who is the principal at Wayne High School, 2000 alumni of the school, went to West Virginia, graduated 2004.
Yeah, look at him, big offensive tackle. I love he's got the eyes back to the middle, looking to pick off a linebacker coming.
He made the trip here today as well. There's Jeff Burke, principal at Wayne. Jay Minton, who's the head coach, is also the athletic director as well, has had that position since 2005. So those two work together. And school's about 4.5 hours away from here. Public school, 1,700 the enrollment. And they've had some very special seasons. They've lost 4 times in the final. So they look to get over the hump from that.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, just they've made it to the edge. They just haven't been able to get over that hump, and they'll get there, though.
McGregor on the keeper. Another 4th down for Pine Richland. The clock is down to 4:20 and ticking here in this 4th quarter.
And the main thing now is just, we talked about, get some reserves, some playing time, get everyone healthy out of here. You don't want to lose anyone here with a blowout game like this, 4 minutes left in it. Just get out of here healthy and get ready for the rest of your season for both squads.
Gregor's pass is caught, and then it's a fumble, and it's recovered by Wayne. Vincent Tierno had it. I'm not going to say they got it back. Wow. It's like Wayne had it. And instead, Pine Richland, Jeffrey Elms got back on top of it. 48 for the Rams.
Yeah, and Vincent Tierno's the one that made the catch, fumbled it, but great hustle by his teammate to jump back on that to keep possession.
After all that, Reedy, it's Wayne fumbling 4 times today and Pine Richland recovering all of them. And then when Pine Richland fumbles, they get it back.
The ball has definitely bounced Pine Richland's way today.
McGregor and the keeper inside the 5-yard line. With the junior Ben McGregor relieving Philip Dracovic today, the senior standout QB who's verbal to Notre Dame. We've detailed his performance of the 3 touchdown passes and 3 rushing touchdowns here today. Been able to watch most of this second half from the sidelines.
Yeah, and to say I've been impressed with Phil Dracovic today would be a monster understatement. And again, Notre Dame fans have to be thrilled. But he's got the rest of his senior season in front of him, and you talked about it earlier. They want to win a state championship, and that's their goal, and they believe they have the team to do it this year.
That's Buccino again. Dracovic. No doubt his performance today. Our Geico MVP. The outstanding job he's done with the 3 touchdown passes and 3 rushing. Our Geico MVP today, Philip Dracovic. Puccino tackled down on a 3rd down carry for Pine Richland with under 2 minutes to go. Drakovic's parents, Sarah and Jim, to be thrilled at what their son has done. He's been very humble. He's been raised the right way. He's got a big family, 5 brothers and sisters, and they're all cheering for him as he's in his senior season and ready to head to Notre Dame next year.
Yeah, I mean, an easy decision for the Geico MVP. I would say second would be that Pine Richland defense as a unit, just swarming to the football and really taking Wayne's big receiver, Blue Smith, out of it today.
Puccino. And that'll be a turnover on downs to Wayne. We've got a timeout here. There's Blue Smith. The outstanding wideout for Wayne. Not his day today. The verbal commit to Ohio State. There was a lot to look forward to. And we'll be back with a minute to go in a moment.
Who can turn the world on with a smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's your girl and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. You're gonna make it after all.
It takes a long time to get to the top. But with America's best bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan will be there every step of the way.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
These days, anyone can have a side hustle. Driving with Uber lets you go from earning to working to chilling with the push of a button. Earning, chilling, earning.
Get your side hustle on. Sign up at uber.com/drive now.
You push yourself every day. TEMPUR-PEDIC helps you recover every night. Tempur material provides up to twice as much pressure-relieving power, so you won't toss and turn. Through September 17th, save up to $500 on select adjustable sets. TEMPUR-PEDIC sleep is power.
Get up and get down at Cricket Wireless with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. 2 lines of unlimited data for $80 a month. Plus, get 2 smartphones free when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Hey, buddy.
From the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Florida State and Alabama, 1 versus 3 on Saturday. First time in college football history. Preseason #1 opens the season against a top 3 opponent. Blue Smith, #1 for Wayne, going to Ohio State. Made his verbal commitment earlier today. You know, when we talked to him yesterday, we want to make sure we got this out. He already has a nonprofit foundation called Blueprint. Very well and appropriately named. Donated over 35 cleats to Jefferson High School in the area through the money he raised selling T-shirts.
Very impressed with that young man. I mean, mature over his years. I mean, just phenomenal young man. Talking with him, and bittersweet day for him today. Of course, made his college decision, which was huge. Verbal to Ohio State, but of course, you know, you want to win today, and it was tough not being able to really help his team today in this crushing defeat.
I thank our great crew here today. Bill Palladino, our producer, director Jeff Montoni, Kelly Collier, Corey Huffman, Robert Ringer, Brian Johnson, Frank Ranieri. Audio today with Steve Yoder, Tim Helbig, Scott Leffler. And thanks to our statistician Mike Tuberosa, spotter Brian Corey, and our stage manager Gary Gale. That's it here today as the Pine Richland Rams defeat the Wayne Warriors 41-0 in our final game of our Geico ESPN High School Football Kickoff Weekend. Thanks for watching. 41-0 the final. Coming up next, MLS Soccer, Montreal and Toronto. For Reedy and Golia, Mike Corey. So long from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.